Anyone there? Hello? Greetings? Hello? Oh god, that's bright. Ooh. Ooh, that's bright. Why is it so bright? Hold on. Do I need to just mess with this for a bit? That's better. Why did it always start off so bright now? I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know who's in the chat at the moment, but hello if you are, and how are you doing? We're going to be finishing off Rosewater today. I think we're finishing it off. We're reaching the end of the journey in the story. So I'm assuming this is where the story kind of like wraps up. Happy Easter. Happy Easter indeed, Pegerdrink. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. I'm really looking forward to finishing this game because it's been a really, really fun time thus far. And I'm really enjoying the characters and how they're like sort of growing to like each other more and more. And I don't know, it's almost showing that the real treasure is the friendships we made along the way. But I'm still intrigued to know what the actual treasure is, you know? Very, very curious. So I if no one else is going to make the presence known to say hello, I guess I'll just start. So let's just do that. I think I saw Ty last year and kind of dropped out without seeing the end of the cult thing. Oh look, the daughter was the saboteur. Because let me make sure I get this right. Hold on, if I just go out here, I'm gonna go to the main menu real quick. So the daughter Eliza, she was a saboteur, and she learned from a handbook that had been written by her mother and father years beforehand. Her father was Jonathan Red, leader of the Redites, who's like a political group back in Lamplight City. So it's interesting. It was an interesting little twist. Someone clearly was causing trouble, but it turned out to be to her, yeah. Hi, Scarfield. Happy Easter weekend. Started watching you on YouTube, and I'm glad to have found your Twitch. Can't wait for today's stream. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you. We're going to be finishing off Rosewater today. If you haven't kept up with the story so far, we're basically on a road trip for the discovery of a scientist's fortune, a disgraced scientist, and yeah, we're very close to finishing it off now. What's this?
Joanna gave me this cross as a memento of our time in New Bethel.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have a quick. I wanna speak
Phil?
with
Harley?
Let's see what's up with Phil. Oh yeah.
Must have been hard seeing your people struggling like that.
How you doing,
It
Maris?
was,
Nice
yes.
to see you.
I can only hope that Antonio and his followers find ample opportunity to start their new lives here. I will endeavor to check in on them after our journey is concluded.
I'm sorry things with Eliza didn't work out for you.
I thought I glimpsed in her a kindred spirit, a zeal for community, a sense of care for her fellow man. But it seems that the fire in her eyes was something else.
I hope your modeling experience wasn't too harrowing.
I confess it was rather awkward at first, but in truth it was no different to fighting alongside my compadres in battle. We are at our most vulnerable, conquering our fears. It does wonders for camaraderie.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
It's a good thing we got away from New Bethel. For a while, I wasn't sure we ever would.
It's really a shame. It seemed like such a promising place. To think I was seriously considering staying there. Painful as I'm sure it was for them. I'm glad you exposed the truth. A life of deceit is not worth living.
What?
Here we go. There's going to be
Something
something else in the road.
Some fellers on horseback are blocking the pass up ahead.
I'll have a look.
Oh boy, what have we got here then?
Is there some trouble?
No trouble at all. Let us keep it that way, huh? I'm Agent Carson of of the Blackburn Investigation Bureau. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What's this about?
I will explain everything. First, I must ask that you and everyone inside the wagon kindly step outside. Come out quickly, please. No fuss.
This is curious.
I appreciate your cooperation. I will be brief.
How can we be of service?
As I told your driver, this won't take long. I have a few questions. First off, where are you folks headed?
We're going to El Presidio.
I see. For what purpose?
Just looking to conduct some business.
Where did you set out from?
We're coming from Rosewater.
I see. You've had a long journey. You must have encountered quite a number of people.
I don't
on
see
your
any
trip.
reason to
Yes?
lie.
A few? Why do you ask?
We're looking for some folks, and I wonder if you might have seen them. Easy now, pup. No need for all that. Control your animal, would you?
The dog doesn't trust them.
The dog doesn't seem to care for you.
No? Well, let's get to the heart of it.
Lisa Lou? There's a good girl.
We are tracking a couple of men.
They must be dangerous fellers if you Blackburns were called in.
Quite. These men are ruthless bandits who raided an army supply wagon.
Really?
The attack happened near Rosewater, and as it happens, you folks are coming from there.
Oh.
So naturally, I must ask if you know anything about the incident.
First I hear of it.
Same. Can't help you there.
Then I wonder if you might have seen these men on the road. See, a trapper family reported they'd camped a few days ago with some folks fitting our description.
No.
They said they were traveling in a wagon, much like this
Oh
one,
no.
bound for El Presidio.
And what is the description of these men?
One's a tall white man with brown hair and a well-trimmed mustache. The other's a short, swarthy New Spanish fellow with a beard.
Look, I don't know what to tell you, gents.
Oh, I believe you do, Mr. Ackerman. In fact, I would be very interested in hearing your account. That goes for Mr. Marquez and the rest of your party as well.
You can leave Miss Johnson out of this. She doesn't know anything.
We will determine that for ourselves. Will you quiet that mongrel?
Lisa, shh, girl.
Don't hurt that dog.
Now, if you'll all kindly step away from the wagon, hands where I can see them. We will start our questioning with Mr. Ackerman.
And then what? Jail?
No, Mr. Marquez. Do you take us for the provincial sheriff? Besides, the jails are much too crowded with lowlifes these days, don't you think? Countries full of vagrants and foreigners.
I don't like this guy.
You really stepped in it when you decided to pick off that wagon. Truly you did. Did you know who you were messing with, I wonder? You'll tell us all about it, and then we will see that you don't tell anyone else. Quicker we do this, the better for all of us. Believe me. I said shut that beast up. Williams, take care of it, would you?
Hey. Absolutely not.
Take cover.
Well, this is,
Everyone's still alive?
For the moment.
Anybody seen Jake and Nadine?
I can go look for them.
Not until we do something about these Blackburns.
It doesn't add up. We robbed an army wagon, sure. But why call in the Blackburns? If the army wants us, why not send soldiers?
Good question. Maybe we can ponder that later if we're not dead.
save. Yeah, it's auto-saving anyway. Okay. What can we interact with?
Danny? Are you okay?
This is just like it happened last time.
You mean with Petey and your old gang?
Yeah, I hid then too. Left them all to die.
Look, we can survive this, but we need you. Nobody can shoot like you can.
I don't know that I can.
What do you mean? You're a great shot.
Yes, but only with bottles and juggling balls. I've never shot a person before. Not for real.
Lola,
What?
how many are we up against?
5 left.
You
could help us out here.
Have you got anything that might help?
Yes, and I'm shooting with it. Quit distracting me.
Okay.
Phil?
This is not the best time, Harley. What do you want?
So, General, battlefield assessment? What do we do here?
If we could take them all out at once, we might stand a chance. But my dynamite is back with the wagon.
I could go get it.
You think you can make it there?
Got any better ideas?
I do not.
Where do you keep the dynamite?
In a storage trunk, on the back right, behind the rear wheel.
Back right behind the rear wheel.
I'll need some cover to get to the wagon. Can you help?
I am not well positioned for that here. One of the others would be better.
Okay.
Danny? I need you to cover me while I run to the wagon. You don't have to try to hit anyone. Just lay down some fire to keep them from shooting back. Can you do that?
Yeah, all right. I don't think I'll be able to cover you the whole way, though.
Better than nothing. Thanks. Lola?
What?
Okay. 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 This is a lot. Okay, go. No. Whoa. Hey.
Thanks for the cover, Danny. Damn. Carson's over there. Guess he's too far for Danny.
Exactly. Rather quickly. It
Distract
did,
him
yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. Distract him.
These woods. A patch of dry dirt on the forest floor.
Patch of dry dirt.
Agent Car. Another good spot to hide.
All right.
Phil?
This is not the...
Got anything on you that could help?
Hey, Listy.
As a matter of fact, I do. Here,
Your flask?
liquid courage. Does wonders.
Thanks.
All right, that's something.
Lola?
What?
Okay, I mean that's something, I guess.
Agent Car.
Dog better be okay. I hope so.
If I'm gonna throw something at Carson, it needs to be something that'll keep him occupied long enough for me to get past. Sorry, Phil, but desperate times and all that.
What are we doing here?
I've made a nice little puddle of mud.
Ah, okay.
Yuck.
Mud time.
All right, Harley. If ever there was a time to make your aim count, this is it. Hey, Carson! Got him. He ran farther
Take
into
that
the
boozy
woods.
mud.
I should be clear to get closer to the wagon now. Not far to the wagon now.
That's Mosey.
Nadine, are you okay?
Yes, I'm unhurt. What about you and the others?
All accounted for except Jake.
I think he's up near the front of the wagon. We need to do something about these men.
Working on it.
A stick? Sure.
That's where Phil said the dynamite was. Hey, Nadine?
Yes?
Phil's had an idea to get rid of the Blackburns. He needs some
I mean,
dynamite.
sticking of the alcohol with strong stuff. I think so, yeah.
How will you get over there?
Still trying to figure that out. Think you can make it to the trunk?
Not while that man has a clear shot at me. I might be able to if you can distract him.
Okay.
You said you saw Jake at the front of the wagon?
He ran that way when the shooting started. He dropped his hat in the commotion. I picked it up for him. Seems silly. I just did it without thinking.
Think I could hold on to Jake's hat for a spell?
Of course. Here it is.
You haven't been hit or anything.
Still okay. The others?
Well, Danny's having something of a crisis.
Poor Danny. None of us were prepared for this.
Okay, we have the hat. Wear the hat.
It's all right, but ugh, it's all sweaty.
Okay. Use the hat as a distraction.
This could be a good distraction, but it needs something more.
Okay, okay.
I hope this works as a decoy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Nadine, I've got an idea. I'm going to get Carson's attention with this. While he's distracted, you make a break for the trunk.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go.
Sorry, Jake. Your hat's gonna be, Okay.
Nice going. Now toss me a stick of dynamite, would you? Thanks.
Okay.
Sit tight.
Dynamite.
Head low. I'll get this back to Phil.
All right. Good luck, Harley.
It's for you, buddy.
Mission accomplished. Got the dynamite.
Excelente. Give it here.
Catch.
Everyone down and cover your ears. Dynamite! Run!
My boy.
And that has taken care of them.
Nice work, Mr. Marquez.
Gracias.
Well,
That's all of them?
All the ones I saw. Carson, you're the last one standing. Give yourself up while you got the chance.
All right, damn you. I know when I'm beat.
Come on. Let's find Nadine and Jake.
I feel like there's something else going on here.
No sudden moves. You're outgunned.
I am well aware of the situation, ma'am. I hope you all realize just how much trouble you're in.
Yeah, this isn't...
You've killed 4 good men. My client will be very displeased to learn of this.
Who's your client?
And just who is this client?
Please, when you engage the Blackburns, you can be assured of confidentiality above all else. You may kill me, but you'll get nothing out of me.
Enough, Leger. We need to end this.
Yes, make
Hope
an
Jake's
example
alright.
of him. Send a message to his client.
We don't have to kill him. The Blackburns aren't well liked in El Presidio. We could turn them into the police there. Whoever sent them, it wasn't lawful. They tried to murder us.
Do what you like. It won't make a lick of difference.
Someone take his gun first.
Before doing anything, we need to disarm him.
One last thing before you do.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh my god, Nadine!
Nadine! Are you alright? Say something.
Give her some space. I will try to stop the bleeding.
Hey, Grundislav.
I'm going
What
to
have you
check the
done to
wagon.
us?
See if I can find Jake. Stay with us, Nadine. Please.
If anything happens to Nadine, we are blaming you. I hope you
Jake!
realize this.
Oh, Harley.
Nice to see you.
Glad to see you in one piece. Things got real rough back there, but we made it out all right. Everyone is all right, right?
Why do I have this weird feeling that... What have you been up to, Jake?
Is everything alright with you?
With me? Sure. Only fired up a little is all.
You're acting weird.
You're acting stranger than usual. What's going on?
Are you the
Harley,
client?
that ain't a very nice thing to say. We've just been ambushed and nearly killed by the Blackburns. Blood's still pumping a mite hot, you know. Being shot at'll do that to you.
Are you... running away?
What? Preposterous. Gentleman Jake does not run away.
Then what
Maybe
are
not.
you doing?
Why, I'm acting in accordance with my true nature. I'm a coward, Harley.
What?
Don't make me say it again.
So you are running away.
That is about
Okay.
the long and the short of it.
Not as bad as I
Why?
thought,
I
but
already told you.
I
Now
did
just
always have a feeling
let me
that
tuck my tail
he
under
was
and go, would
all
you?
hat and no
Do
cattle,
we need
as
to
it
drag
were.
this out?
Hang on. What about Clark's stash?
Shoot, look. There never was a stash, all right? The job was to track down Clark himself and deliver him to the client. There was always going to be a payday at the end, but nothing more or less than payment for services rendered. The whole treasure hunting deal was just a way to spice things up, make it more interesting. This was meant to be a simple job. Find out where Clark went, get paid. Nobody said nothing about crossing the army or getting shot at by goddamn Blackburns.
So the great gentleman Jake turns tail as soon as things get rough? What about all those legendary feats?
Legends, as you say. Tall tales to liven up the stage. I'm a showman, after all.
So, the Bleachbone Gulch showdown?
Only reason I was last man standing is because I hid behind a rock. And that's the shameful truth.
And the duel with Billy Boakes?
His gun jammed. Otherwise, I'd have been a goner.
And what about that Gentum mine you found? For the orphans?
Never happened. Hope there's no hard feelings.
You can't just up and leave. Not after all we've been through.
I was never much for sentimentality, Miss Legere. We had some good times, sure. But the truth is, you're all better off without me.
What about Danny? You're gonna walk away and leave him behind like this?
The kid deserves a better life than following an old fool like me around. A chance to bolster his confidence and make something of himself. Hell, just knowing you folks these past few days has given him that much. Well, I'd best be off. Good luck getting to El Presidio.
Oh.
How is she?
Hanging on, but barely.
Nadine? Nadine!
We have to get her to El Presidio. She needs a hospital.
But first we have to hide these bodies, so more Blackburns do not come after us. Where is Jake, by the way?
He left. Turns out he was no hero after all.
He... what?
Oh, carajo. This day just keeps getting worse. Well, sooner we get this done, the better.
I mean, he's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Where can Jake really
Nadine.
go?
We almost lost Nadine. She's still fighting for her life, but we're going to get her help. She has to pull through. It can't end like this.
Yeah, she
Jake's
needs to
gone
be.
too.
She needs to be a
Damn
doctor.
him.
We need to.
Anyway,
She can't
we
die.
finally made it. El Presidio.
Oh man,
We were
made it.
supposed to pick up Dr. Clark's trail here at the Jolly Good Club, but I'm not sure what good that will do us now. Those of us who are left. Everything's changed.
There she is. El Presidio.
It's grown since I was last here.
Cities have a habit of doing that.
Shouldn't be too tough to find our way around.
Yeah, only that
Just
it's the
need to find
doctor
a
that needs a
safe place
doctor.
to
I
park the
know,
wagon.
right?
Oh no, this is the end of the line for me.
What?
I'm getting Nadine to the hospital. That's as far as I go. Our business is concluded.
But I thought...
No hard feelings, Legere. The journey's been interesting for sure. Good luck finding that fortune of yours.
What next?
Suppose we should find a place to stay.
Hmm.
We'll need to plan...
Good evening. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt.
Oh my
but
god, who is this
are you
guy?
Miss Harley Legere?
Does he have a high relationship with all the companions? Do I? That's good. I knew there was like a relationship counter, but I didn't know exactly where I'd landed with it. I was worried that I hadn't talked to people enough. Oh, thank you for the follow, Super Dreamy Pop. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Say, you look familiar. I've seen you before.
That is entirely possible, Miss Legere. I do believe we were in Rosewater at the same time.
Was he with
My
the
name
fancy
is
lady?
Timothy King. I've been sent to welcome you to our fair city.
Thanks?
My employer is quite keen to meet you and your associates. There's a carriage waiting to take us to the offices of Vespuccia Petrol. Please, follow me if you would.
Jake confessed everything and Lola said no hard feelings. They only do that if the relationship is high. Fair enough then. I'm glad that I did the best I could. That makes me happy to know. Because I really like this crew, and I was like, I wanted to be on their like side with everything. Even though like they have disagreements with each other and the way things are done. Like I wasn't sure where I was gonna fall in the grand scheme of things. Alright.
And just who is this mysterious employer of yours?
I'm afraid she would be quite cross with me if I robbed her of the pleasure of introducing herself. You'll soon be acquainted.
Fine. Let's go then.
Okay, well, it's not like we have anywhere else to go and, Is this the lady that was voiced by, Amelia Tyler?
They're here, ma'am.
Thank you, Timothy. Miss Legere.
Sounds
Please
like
come
her.
in. Welcome to El Presidio. I hope your journey here wasn't too unpleasant.
Just who in the ether are you?
I appreciate you must have many questions, Miss Legere. I shall gladly answer them, but first, permit me to ask one of my own. Where is Mr. Ackerman?
You're telling me you know Jake too?
Know him? My dear, I'm the one who hired him.
Beg pardon?
My name is D.W. Shaw. I am the owner and operator of Vespuccia Petrol. Last week,
An
I
oil
met with Mr.
baroness?
Ackerman in Rosewater to discuss a business proposition. I engaged his services to track down Dr. Bennett Clark and bring him to me. A few days ago, I received a letter informing me he was on his way here along with the team he had assembled. He seemed confident you had found a significant lead as to Clark's whereabouts.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. We were attacked by the Blackburns and he turned tail and ran.
I see. This puts me in a rather awkward position, but perhaps all is not lost. You've come this far. I see no reason why you can't finish what Mr. Ackerman started. My agreement with him was quite clear. 25,000 crowns in exchange for bringing me Dr. Clark. The same agreement applies to the three
That's
of
not a
you.
bad
So you're
paycheck.
telling me Clark's still alive?
Alive, and ironically, somewhere in El Presidio. What exactly was this lead you found?
Right before he disappeared, Dr. Clark was invited to stay at the Jolly Good Club.
Ah, yes, I know it. Quite exclusive. I myself have never set foot inside. You intend to search for him there?
Seems the best option.
Very good. You'll find the club on Cedar Avenue between Gull and Hare Street. In the meantime, I will ensure your stay here is comfortable. I've reserved rooms at the Presidio Hotel on the other side of town. You must be exhausted. I'll have Timothy summon a coach. Enjoy your rest. Should you need to speak with me again, you may return here. Good night to you.
The crown's the same as dollar or pound or a whole different thing? I'm assuming it's kind of like dollars.
I can't remember the last time I slept in such a comfortable bed.
Neither can I.
So, what is our plan for tonight?
To see what we can find out at the Jolly Good Club.
Feels weird they only have 3 of us. Alright, so what can we do? Where can we look? A lot of things to look at in here. Let's do that.
A painting of a city street at night. The architecture looks more like something you'd see back east. A snowy winter scene must count as an exotic landscape around here. A painting of an ore mine. Maybe it's meant to be motivational? A full day's sleep did me good. Bizarre, enormous creature. Don't know what I'd do if I met that out in the woods. A portrait of a young soldier in uniform, practically still a kid. It's a sketch of something? I can't tell what. Big family. Maybe the hotel owners?
For 25k, that would be $1 million today. Wow.
A bowl of fresh tropical fruit for the hotel guests. This banana looks nice and ripe.
I'll take a banana.
Don't mind if I do. It's not that cold out, but a fire still feels nice.
It's red.
I've never seen a banana with a red peel before.
Why is it red? I'm very curious.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
It's not a banana. It's a stick of dynamite.
What do you suppose Shaw's interest in Dr. Clark is?
Could be anything, really. But I'm guessing it has to do with making her money.
Sorry about Jake. You must be real busted up about it.
I was, at first. The more I thought about it, the more I realized how obvious it should have been he was full of hot air. Having me do all the shooting, never a shred of proof to back up his stories. I thought working for him was the first stepping stone on some longer path. I thought I had so much to learn from him. Guess he taught me a lesson in the end, all right.
What do you suppose Nadine's chances of recovery are?
She wasn't looking too good when we parted ways, but Miss Johnson seemed determined to get her the care she needed. And Miss Johnson's a tracker, right? If she's looking for something, she finds it. At least, I hope so. Nadine deserves a second chance.
Did America still being a UK colony mean bananas are now red? It could be it. Don't personally know enough about the history of bananas to make an educated guess on that.
Miss Johnson really went through it with us. Hope she'll be okay.
I think she will be, at the very least. She's got a new dog friend to keep her company.
Red banana. Oh. Okay. There's a whole Wikipedia article. I'm going to look this up on my phone real quick because I'm just genuinely curious. I don't think we can move forward without without this. Okay. Red bananas are a group of varieties of bananas with reddish-purple skin. Smaller and plumper than the common Cavendish banana. Others much larger. Okay. Many red bananas exported by producers in East Africa, Asia, South America, and in the United Arab Emirates. They're a favorite in Central America. Sold throughout the world. Okay. Interesting. So it's just a different kind of banana.
Hey, Phil? Any theories on why Shaw's so interested in Dr. Clark?
There was a fire in her eyes, a passion. Many people lost loved ones in that disaster. If she suffered a loss, she might wish to use her wealth to purchase a measure of revenge. It is a theory.
Can you believe that, Jake? How could he just leave us like that?
I feel like such a fool, believing he was any different than Stokes. Why are all the men in this country so lacking in decency and valor?
Hey, I'm not.
Certainly not, my friend. Vespuccia could use more men like you.
Do you think Nadine will recover from her wound?
It looked very bad, but I have seen men rise again after receiving worse. At least she made it through the wilderness and is receiving treatment in a real city. This is cause for hope.
I hope Miss Johnson will be all right.
I would not worry about her. Some creatures are pack animals, like wolves, and some are solitary hunters, like pumas. Lola Johnson is a puma if ever I met one. She knows how to look after herself.
Alright, well. We've had a chat with everybody, we've had a look at everything, and we've gotten ourselves a red banana. Let's get moving. It's nice to be back in a city. Definitely getting some of those Lamplight City vibes here.
It's full of tools.
Obviously, quite a different locale, but
Good evening, sir.
Hello. What can I do for you?
What are you working on up there?
Just fixing the hotel sign. New management's looking to spruce the place up. Promised me a new tool set, too. Can't complain.
Something wrong with your current tools?
They're old and rusty. Need a replacing years ago.
oh my goodness,
But
it's
hey,
Nico!
better late than never,
Good golly
huh?
indeed,
I'm
how are
looking forward
you?
to a new drill. Oh, one could hardly make a hole in a bar of soap.
Got any tips for what to do and see around here?
First time visiting, huh? Annabro Square Park is a nice spot to relax. Closed after dusk, of course. I'd say the wharf's the beating heart of the city. But it gets pretty rough at night. It's just northeast of here. For a taste of the Far East, there's Chinatown. That's on Annabro Square Road between Finch and Gull. Communicating with the folks there can be a challenge. Although, I suppose your friend could help.
Thanks. That's very
All right.
helpful.
Having a chili pizza at the moment, and it's kicking my butt. How have you been? I'm doing very well myself. Yeah. I like a good chili pizza as well. It's one of my favorite toppings. Like just jalapenos on a pizza. Really good. Love it. Also, hello, Professor Juice. How are you as well? Nice to see you. How about that? Both of you coming in to say hi. So lovely to see you. I'm just playing a game called Rosewater at the moment. This is a Wild West point and click. Set in the same universe as Lamplight City, which released a few years ago. This one released just last month. And it's basically you go on a road trip through a sort of alternate history Old West and go on little adventures. We've reached our destination, but some dramatic things have happened, and people have turned out to be not exactly who they say they are. And also one of our friends got shot, so that was pretty rough as well. So we're just kind of following up on a lead of why we're originally here, even though it's not quite what we would thought, but doing a bit of investigating.
Are you familiar with the Jolly Good Club?
Sure, I've heard of it. Real fancy place in the north part of town. Never been inside. That sort of place ain't for people like me. No disrespect, but I doubt they let you in either.
Sounds dramatic and interesting. Definitely is. I've been really loving this game. It's kind of told in like little mini stories as you're along the road, because you bump into different people and you see different things along the road, and they're like little episodes of an adventure. Really loving it. I mean, if you like point and clicks at all, if you like any of the LucasArts stuff, this game's great. I'd highly recommend it.
Have you heard of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Also, yes, we have a red
Can't
banana.
say I
That's
have.
also true.
Sorry.
Thanks for the chat. I'll let you get back to work.
Evening to you.
Saw a streamer play Sam and Max the other day, and I didn't know Bill Farmer did Sam in the first one. That's true, yeah.
The Vespuccia Petrol Building. Shaw really does have a great view of the city, when it's not all blocked by fog, anyway.
Bill Farmer is also Date in the first Yakuza game, at least in the English dubs. And you can kind of hear a little bit of a similarity between Date and the Sam voice, which is really funny, I think. And Goofy, of course, Goofy. Oh, look at this. Really? Did you not know that? Did you guys not know that? I thought you would have known that one. If you like listen to it in like the English dub of the first Yakuza, you can really hear it. Okay. Wow. We've got a full little map here. That's it's great. I wanna visit the park. This park reminds me of I'm getting some Gabriel Knight 1 vibes from that. Oh, you booked Mark Hamill? Oh, fair enough. Shame I acted up. What did I say? About what exactly? Sorry. I will repeat myself, but I can't remember which bit you needed repeating. Okay.
We are on Cedar Avenue. Excuse me?
Yes?
Bill Farmer was in Yakuza? Yes, he plays a detective called Date.
Why are you standing around the park at night?
I'm waiting for someone.
Okay.
Can you tell me about El Presidio? I'm new in town.
You don't say. The city has plenty to offer. It depends on what you're seeking.
It's a real pretty place.
Do you know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Only that I could work 1,000 years and still not have enough money to be a member.
Would you happen to be familiar with Dr. Bennett Clark?
The mad inventor who blew up the Lamplight City Expo with his illegal doomsday weapon a few years back?
Yeah, that's the one.
Never heard of him.
Oh, okay then.
The park's closed at night.
All right then. I guess we're going to the other place for the time being then. I mean, this is pretty crazy. A full-on map of El Presidio. I wasn't expecting this. Oh, this is just back here.
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
Okay. I'll have a little look around and maybe exhaust some dialogue options. And then we'll see if there's anywhere else we can explore.
Probably one of Shaw's operations.
Hmm. Yeah, she is an oil baroness.
Quite a view you've got.
I make a habit of seeing far.
What's this?
Interesting rock.
It's a lodestone, highly magnetic. You have to imagine the invisible lines of power radiating out all around it.
I have a feeling we're going to need that at some point.
Would you mind if I borrowed your lodestone?
I'll trust it's for a good purpose. Just be sure to return it.
Well, I'm not sure
I
what
promise
the...
I'll hand it back to you along with Dr. Clark.
I'm not entirely sure what the purpose is just yet. But I'm sure it's going to be good.
Mrs. Shaw?
Yes, Miss Leger.
If we're going to be working for you, I'd like to know some more about you.
My, you are inquisitive.
How did you come to be the head of Vespuccia Petrol?
My late husband founded this company. He was a very clever man. Fortunately for him, he recognized my business acumen and relied exclusively upon my counsel. I ran the company for many
Make the red
years
banana
in his
magnetic.
name. After his passing, that fiction was dispensed with.
Have you lived in Vespuccia long?
Oh, about 30 years now. For some peculiar reason, Vespuccians seem to accord an English accent more respect. So I kept it.
It's still kind of true. America, yeah, speak an English accent in America, they're like, ooh, fancy. No, I'm just English.
What do your initials stand for?
Dorothy Wilhelmina.
Oh, I like it.
Simply DW has proved more expedient for my purposes.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
For such a young city, it's bursting with opportunity. Everything back east is all used up. I wouldn't be surprised if El Presidio outpaces New Britannia within 2 decades.
Oh. Did you have a brother named Arthur? Yeah, DW from Arthur? You guys have the same brain cell there.
Why exactly do you want Dr. Clark?
I was thinking it, but I didn't say it.
Complicated. I haven't the time to go into detail. Suffice it to say, I wish to make an offer of employment.
Why would an etheric researcher want a job at an oil company?
All that need concern you is the fact I'm paying you to procure him.
Either she's got an idea of the ether being used in fuel production, or she's building a doomsday weapon. Could go one way or the other.
What made you decide to hire Jake, of all people, for this job?
His reputation as a capable agent. His intervention in the Boakes affair, for instance. I needed a man found and brought in discreetly, and Mr. Ackerman was already in Rosewater, where the trail began. It seemed auspicious at the time. Alas, we all make mistakes.
Can you tell us anything more about the Jolly Good Club?
It's a club for the well-to-do men of the city to gossip and talk politics. Rather puerile, if you ask me. I can't imagine how you plan to get inside. Without Mr. Ackerman, you seem to be at a disadvantage.
We'll find a way.
That's what I like to hear.
I think that's all. Thanks.
Very good.
Okay. See if we can find this Jolly Good Club then, and promptly get kicked out of it, I assume. Alright, so... what places have we got? We've got the park there. Where can we walk to is the question. How big is this map? Oh, search area. Oh, this is interesting. I see. Okay. Well, before we do any more searching, let's go over to here. Okay.
Madre mia. So many people.
Watch yourselves, friends. Big cities aren't always kind.
This is impressive. Take the island of melee? Definitely. I'm getting a little bit of that vibe as well.
An attorney's office. I'll be sure to stay far away. These two are engaged in some highly emotional quarrel. They're giving those documents some serious contemplation. She's just doing her job.
Mm-hmm.
She's shaking out some linens or sending secret signals across the way.
Okay.
He's sleeping one off. Hard to tell which is more the ass.
Hey.
Ah, the local exchange for the hard up and down on their luck. She's minding her own business, but that one fellow seems very interested. They're tying one on and watching the world go by.
Alright, this is an interesting
Look
little
at all
place.
this
Oh
trash.
my! Alright, I'm quite intrigued actually. Oh my god, there's so many things to click on. I love it.
Seems there wasn't enough wall space for these. Lots of different types of lamps. These look expensive. Probably not the wisest idea to keep them so close to the door. Cheap art. The kind you'd expect to see, well, in a pawn shop. Everything you'd need to start your own farm. If we don't find Clark, maybe we could start a band.
Not the worst idea.
Collection of rather creepy dolls. I hate the way their eyes seem to follow me. A bunch of seafarers' trinkets. Captain Boylan would love these. An authentic bone china tea set. Hate to see the price tag. Do you seek work? Find your way. Approach a laborer and say, I am a stranger. Curious.
Interesting.
It's way too faded to read. A variety of pistols under lock and key.
Nice little collection.
Repeaters, rifles, and shotguns. Good thing they're locked up. Ring bell. Ask about our special behind-the-counter items.
I mean, the guns are there. I wonder what they have behind the counter.
Proprietor, Meredith Benelli. Benelli, huh? I wonder.
Benelli. When did we hear the name Benelli? It was in a newspaper. I don't know if we still have it. Oh, it wasn't that.
February 12th. With what? With what?
No.
February Clark, you may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. You will be
It's signed.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there are...
Okay, well, let's ring the bell.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi there, good evening from Germany. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome on in.
You've got an impressive selection, but I was wondering what you had behind the counter.
Got some jewelry, some repair kits, and a set of lockpicks.
Okay.
Quite a shop you've got here.
Glad you like it.
How did the ship get up here on land?
The city extended the shoreline when it built the new breakwater. Brought the land to the ship. About that time, some big trading company went bankrupt and couldn't pay the upkeep on its derelicts. So the harbor authority seized them, converted them to lodgings and shops.
Interesting.
You wouldn't happen to have been married to a man named Michael Benelli?
You knew my husband?
No, but I recently met his
Oh,
former captain.
yes.
What? Captain Boylan, he's alive?
Yes, it's a long story.
Please,
That's
spare me.
where we
I've
heard
no need
Benelli.
to dredge up the past.
Actually, Captain Boylan gave me a letter addressed to you.
Did he now?
Do you want it?
I suppose I'll take it. I'm not sure what that man could possibly have to say to me. I'd answer some questions I've had all these years. My thanks to you.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
If you're not feeling it in your legs yet, you will soon. Something to look forward to. Honestly, who thought it would be a good idea to build a city in such a hilly place?
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it, sorry.
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
Petrified wood, I think we were always planning to sell.
Will you take this piece of petrified wood?
Sure. Could make a decent paperweight, I guess. Best I can do is 5 crowns.
That'll do.
I'm not gonna sell you the stuff.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
Okay, well. That was something at least. Ah, hello.
Good evening, sir.
Evening. Get your fruit here. Pears and oranges, only 2 crowns. Lemons for 3. Coconuts for 5. Tell me what you're looking for.
You get many customers at night?
Oh, sure. You came from the central part of the wharf. I'm sure you saw how lively it is. Plenty of folk from the saloon come by, sucking on lemons and oranges before bed eases the hangover to come. That's what they say, anyway. Who am I to argue?
Interesting.
What can you tell an out-of-towner?
Oh!
Watch
Caco
your
Cam.
step round here. Many's the time I've seen visitors lose their way.
There you go.
The
Noise always catches me off guard, especially in a quieter game. Well, there you go. There's the Caca Demon for you. Thank you.
Do you know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Sure, I deal with them from time to time. Can't tell you much more beyond their fruit buying habits.
I just
though.
noticed the airships. Look at them.
Would you happen to be familiar with Dr. Bennett Clark?
The scientist? I've heard his name, but I don't know much about the man.
I'll be off.
If you need fruit, you know where to find me. I'm open all night.
I'm a big point-and-click adventure lover, but I've never seen this one. It just came out last month, Major. It's if you've played Lamplight City at all, it's set in the same world as that one. Although it's more of an Old West adventure, kind of like an Oregon Trail almost kind of thing. But yeah, if you like point-and-click adventure games, absolutely take a look at this because it's been a great time. I've been really enjoying it.
This place has everything. Oranges, coconuts, lemons, pears. Some of these fruits I've never seen before. The lighthouse on that island must guide the ships into the harbor.
One would think.
Nothing fancy, but it looks seaworthy. The transcontinental route ends here. These will be headed back to cities on the East Coast. Good evening.
Evening to you.
That boat yours?
Sure is. Use her to fish during the day, but sometimes I take folks for a sail. The price is right, of course.
And what is the right price for a ride?
Depends. A cruise around the bay will run you 20 crowns a head. If you had something specific in mind, we can negotiate.
Okay.
I'd like to know about this city.
Oh, I love it here. There's a reason they call it the mouth of the West. We get all kinds coming through here from other provinces and other nations. El Presidio's been growing like crazy. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it. Sounds like it's for fancy types.
Ever heard
That's
of
fair.
Dr. Bennett Clark?
Wasn't he the guy who blew up those people a few years back?
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose he was.
That's all I know about him. Sorry.
Thanks for the chat. Have a good night.
See you around.
Okay. Okay. So you've got like a little dock area and a little and that's the wharf, I suppose. Let's make sure we can. Did we get a concrete location as to where the Jolly Good Club was? It was like between Goose and Hare or something. And this guy pointed out some interesting locations as well. Let's try and keep those.
The wharf, just
Okay, we've seen that.
Chinatown on Annabro Square Road between Finch and Gull.
Okay. Annabro Square between Finch and Gull. And that's Annabro Square. Okay. Annabro Square, okay. Dove. Okay. Between Finch and Gull. It's De Leon. What's that here?
Nothing remarkable here.
Okay. Okay. Between Finch and Gull. Okay, so maybe in this area specifically.
Looks like
Oops, there we go. Chinatown. All right. This is interesting.
He seems to have a very complicated order. Excuse me?
Wait your turn. Can't you see I'm helping someone already?
Geez, sorry.
My apologies.
I'm guessing this is where all the medicines and herbs are stored. Nadine would know about all this stuff. I sure hope she's holding up okay. At least this one's partly in English. Hey, Phil? What's your impression of El Presidio so far?
It is crowded, it is noisy, and it smells of manure. In other words, we are back in civilization.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
How's it feel to be back here?
Hard to say. I'm glad to be back, but I'm also reminded why I left. Kind of an odd feeling.
Danny, can you read that sign?
It says Society of Open Arms.
Okay. Society of Open Arms. That sounds fun.
Yeah, what is it?
Jimmy?
Danny? What are you doing back here?
You two know each other?
It's been a long time.
You're telling me.
Can we come in? We need to speak to whoever's in charge.
You can, sure. Your friends are a different story.
I take full responsibility for them. They're trustworthy.
All right. I'll take your word. Come on in. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay.
A
New
painting
location.
of a Chinese landscape. What's that banner say, Danny?
Secrets are kept within these four walls.
Here, we value the ability to mind one's own business.
Okay.
Very colorful.
I mean, I'm an
decorations
adventure game
inside.
protagonist. That's going to be a bit difficult for me. But I'll try.
These look valuable. Probably why they're kept so high up. Looks like an intense game. Pardon me, could we have a word?
Sure. Give us a minute, Danny.
What exactly is this place?
It's the Society of Open Arms, a social club. Place for our community to gather. We take
Okay.
care of our own here.
And what's your job here? Jimmy, was it?
Yeah, that's right. I do lots of things. Mostly I make sure everybody feels safe. Anything my boss asks me to do, I take care of.
Your boss, huh? Who might that be?
Nobody you need to be concerned about. If you got any
Okay.
questions or business affairs, you talk to me.
I'm new in town. What's to know about El Presidio?
Ask Danny. He'll tell you all you need to know.
So how are you and Danny acquainted?
We grew up together.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were like brothers. Used to play on this very street. Then he ran off with Petey and some other guys. Thought I'd never see him again. It's good to know Danny got away from that crowd. I never much liked them.
All right. Danny told me about Petey.
Doesn't surprise me. He idolized that kid. Did he say if anything happened to him?
Yeah, he was killed in a botched robbery.
Figures. That explains why Danny's not latched onto him anymore. Anyway, this is all ancient history.
Okay, thanks for answering my questions.
My pleasure.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Okay.
Can't think of anything to ask.
All right. Well, we've had a look at everything. I guess we'll head off. Okay. Where exactly was the... I need to ask her.
Welcome.
I need to remind myself where the Jolly Good Club was, and then I can track it down.
Time's waste.
Okay, never mind. Actually, no, it's in this letter, isn't it? Hold on.
February 9th, Clark, you may stay in my suite at the you will be
It's
P.S.
Oh, maybe it isn't. Okay.
February 12th, upon hearing news, when they have, after in one day when ration with warm P.S.
Was it spoken? Who? Hold on. Oh, there we go. We're fine. Can't remember what was said exactly.
nothing remarkable.
It's in my diary. Ah, okay. Between Gull and Hare, Cedar Avenue. Okay, that's around this area. What does that one say? Between Gull and Hare, Cedar Avenue. Okay. Okay, so Cedar's this way. Alright. Signs will come up when you stand in intersections. You don't need to get close to lamps. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Right, that makes it simpler.
This fancy building must be the Jolly Good Club.
Okay, there we go. Ooh, fancy. I like it.
The sign of the Jolly Good Club.
The good old JGC. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get a firm rejection when we knock on this door.
May I help you?
Good evening. I was hoping you could tell me if Dr. Bennett Clark was here.
I'm afraid, madam, that I'm unable to provide information of that sort.
Don't suppose I could come inside and look?
Absolutely not. This is a members-only club.
And how does one become a member?
One must meet certain requirements. Quite frankly, you do not. Good evening.
How rude.
So much for the direct approach.
Elitist scum. There must be a way for us to get inside.
Well, I mean, there's a way around the back.
Lots going on back here.
Establishments like this run on the sweat of the oppressed. Workers see much and are themselves overlooked. Perhaps one of these people might be able to help us.
Oh yeah, so posh and British, I do say.
Excuse me, ma'am?
What you want?
I was hoping to ask you some questions.
No English, sorry.
Danny, think you might help me out here?
你好，律师。
Oh, hello, young man. I didn't realize you were friends with this woman. Did you want something?
Do you work at this club?
I wash all the bedding and linens. Why do you ask?
We're trying to get inside.
Good luck. This club is for rich white men only.
We don't want to join. We just need a quick look around.
Ah, well, now that's different. I suppose I could help you with that. Sneak you in through the employee door. But first, I will ask you a small favor.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
I have a contract with some people, and I'd like to get out of it.
What sort of people?
You don't live here, do you?
I used to when I was younger.
Then you know exactly what kind of people I mean.
Right. I'm not sure what we can do, but we could try. Who's your contract with?
The Society of Open Arms.
Thought it might be.
What's your name?
Mei Hui.
Okay. I'll see what we can do.
Thank you, young man. Good luck.
Alright. That's a path
Well-
forward.
She can help us, but we need to do her a favor first. We need to get to Chinatown. I'll explain everything on the way.
What about this fella? What does he got
Hello,
to say?
sir.
I'm sorry I can't talk. I'm busy preparing dinner.
Amigo, surely you can spare a moment.
Hey, compadre, I didn't see you there. Wait, I've seen your face before. General Marquez?
In the flesh.
General, it's an honor. What brings you to El Presidio?
My companions and I are searching for someone. We tracked him to this club.
I see. I would love to help you, but I don't know any of the members by name.
How long have you worked here?
Nearly 10 years.
10 years? After such long, loyal service, I hope they compensate you well.
Why would they do that? Well, my pay is the same as the day I first set foot here.
Ah, my friend, please tell me a major Vespuccian city such as this one has a labor union to advocate for its workers.
Oh, I'm sure there must be one. Doesn't do anything for me, though.
Outrageous. This must change. We will find this union, and we will get you a membership.
We will?
Damn right we will.
General, what can I say? Your kindness knows no limits.
We must stand together.
The Phil being based as always. That's true. Okay.
Excuse me, sir, are you all...
Oh god, that smell!
Sorry. I mean...
Whatever the devil it is, I've got it bad. Save yourself and steer clear.
Can we help you in any way?
Just leave me be.
Oh dear. Alright, well.
Judging from its position under the window, and the fact that the cook keeps throwing things in it, I'd say this is a waste barrel.
Let's search it.
Mostly discarded food and scraps. Oh, this greasy rag might be useful.
Okay.
Can't think of anything to add.
Alright. Let's head to Chinatown. And we might also be able to find the labor union or what have you. That person is still making their order.
Pardon me, could we have a word?
Yes, a greasy old disgusting
Sure.
rag is
Give
useful.
us a minute, Dan.
In adventure games, absolutely.
Are you aware of a labor union somewhere in town?
That's not a question you want to be asking around here.
Oh.
Understand?
Sure. Forget I said anything. I want to talk about your contract with Mei Hui.
The laundress who works at that fancy club?
The very same. She wants out.
So she sent Danny and his friends to negotiate? That's strange. You make a deal with her or something?
We're trying to get inside the Jolly Good Club. She told us she could sneak us in if we got her out of her contract.
I see. Well, miracles do happen. If you intend to negotiate the terms of her contract on her behalf, I need you to understand exactly what you're agreeing to.
Go on.
Under Mei Hui's current deal, she donates 10% of her earnings to the club. In exchange, she gets certain benefits. She's already requested to be released from her contract. Okay, we said. We're reasonable people. All we asked was that she make a simple delivery for us first. She refused. Now you're making the same request. Okay, but precious time has been wasted here. The price has gone up. Now it's 2 jobs.
What kinds of jobs exactly?
Both still simple. The delivery is one. But first, I need you to run another errand. I have this valuable timepiece, unfortunately damaged and in need of repair. Take care of that, then we can discuss the delivery.
Alright.
Where am I supposed to get this watch repaired?
There's a pawn shop at the wharf. lady who runs it fixes things too.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought
Thanks
that
for
might be
answering my
where we need
questions.
to go.
My pleasure.
Alright, well. We know where that is as well. So, I'll head over there.
What do you need?
Do you know anything about a labor union in town?
I think there is one, but I don't pay them any mind. I'm my own boss, and I don't have any employees, so it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I was wondering if you could have a look at this watch. It needs repair.
Where did you get this?
Does it matter?
Yes. I've seen this watch before. Someone from the Tong gave it to you, didn't they?
The what?
That place in Chinatown, the Open Arms Society, or whatever they call themselves. I already told them I wasn't interested in their business. They can send as many proxies as they like. It's not gonna change my mind.
So you won't fix this watch?
Nope.
So what am I supposed to do?
My advice would be to stop dealing with those people. But if you're hell-bent, I could sell you a repair kit and you can do it yourself.
All right, how much for the repair kit?
You're gonna do it, huh? 4 crowns. Your funeral.
I'll pay for it.
Sold.
Here you are. Pleasure doing business. And I'm in no way responsible for whatever happens next. Just to be clear.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
Oops. Ooh, a puzzle. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Think this is the main gear controlling the mechanism.
Alright. Where can things go? That can go there. That's the biggest one. That can go there, but okay. I don't think I know enough about watch repair to do this. Right. I might go ask about some more labor unions. Do you know anything about labor unions?
Hello again.
Good evening to you, miss.
I'm trying to locate a labor union in town. Do you know anything about it?
Depends who's asking.
I am a stranger.
A stranger should be assisted. Take this pamphlet. It'll help.
Thanks. I'll be off.
Thank you very much,
You know where
sir.
to find me. I'm open all night.
Laborer, you have begun the first steps on the path to unity and protection. To commence your initiation to the masters of the plough, you must locate another laborer. Give them the password and they will ask for a sign. Perform the sign of identification. You'll be given instructions to find our meeting place. Sign of identification. Rub the back of your left hand across your forehead. This signals that you earn your bread by the sweat of your brow. Okay. All right.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
Know anything about a labor union here in El Presidio?
Nah, I'm in the Maritime Guild. Different crowd.
Thanks for the check.
See you around.
Okay. I have a feeling about this guy in the park.
Excuse me?
Yes?
I thought you should know. I am a stranger.
I see. If you could give me a sign of your intentions, I just might be able to help.
Okay. Rub the back of your left hand against your forehead.
Aha! Take this. It's a guide to the meeting place of the Masters of the Plow.
Why can't you just tell me where it is?
If you're serious about joining, you'll observe the customs.
Okay.
It's some kind of poem. Ugh, I hate poetry.
I sought the plough, I had no guide, the path remained unclear. But after following this trail, I found my comrades near. Beginning from Edinburgh Square, I wandered ever eastward. I strolled until I found the street, named for a noisy seabird. I made a right and headed south, I knew that I was near. My destination lay between a chapel and a pier. Upon the door there, thrice I knocked, and stated then my purpose. The master's portal opened wide, long may they ever serve us. Alright, okay. Beginning from Edinburgh Square, I wandered eastward, and I strolled until I found a street named for a noisy seabird. Okay. Right. So this is, okay. Edinburgh Square. Dove isn't a seabird. Finch isn't a seabird. Gull absolutely is. Okay. Made a right and headed south. My destination notes between a chapel and a pier. Okay. Oops, didn't want to go to the hotel. Did not mean to do that. Maybe a chapel. Oh, no! Oh, I don't want to be here. Okay, hold on. Maybe a chapel and a pier is to do with the names of a street instead. Hold on. Grand Avenue. Go in Commerce. Okay. Glacier. Is the glacier a type of church?
Well now, what have we here?
Ah. Well. Alright, what do we have to do on this? We have to knock 3 times, state our purpose.
Yes?
Good evening. I wish to work.
I see. Do your associates also wish to work?
They do.
You may enter. Not the
Alright.
boy. He can wait outside.
Why?
Their kind look after their own. Do you want in or not?
I'll just wait for you out here, I guess.
You're sure?
I'll be fine. Go on.
Okay, we're ready.
The Masters of the Plow welcome you. I'm glad
Oh
you've
my.
come to us. I am the Master Workman. Who are you?
I'm Harley Leger, and this is Phil Marquez.
Henceforth known as Initiates. You must undergo a simple ceremony before being inducted into our union.
What kind of ceremony?
We will ask you a few questions, and you must answer. Everything you need to prepare is found in this vestibule. Simply pass through this door when you are ready.
Okay.
I suppose we should have a look around then.
Let's have a look around.
The sign of intelligence.
The sign of intelligence, point to the head.
The sign of cleansing.
What kind of cleansing's that? Fist in the palm.
Our founder. Looks like an intense fellow.
Interesting.
The sign of recognition.
Okay.
The sign of decoration.
Esteemed comrades, I wish to labor, you wish to labor, every honest man and woman of nobility and worth wishes to pass the vigorous years of life engaged in earnest. Wholly labor upon this good green earth to yield the fruits of toil that sustain us all. Against those selfish idlers and hoarders of capital who would throw a yoke over our necks and ride freely upon our backs, we assert the unassailable dignity of labor and our just title to the blessings of life and the bounty of our industry. We are masters of the plough, each sovereign supreme of the furrows we till. We command our implements and direct their course for the betterment of all. Together we are one, united in action and purpose. Fructus laboris pro populo. August Ploughmaster Simon Collier, founder. Secret signs of the order. By these signs the plougmasters may know one another and communicate wordlessly in the presence of the uninitiated. The inspired sage, perceiving the truth in his mind and accepting it in his heart, gives a sign of intelligence. The index finger points to wisdom. The fist clasps it close in firm resolve. I understand. The humble pilgrim, resolved to wash away the grime of petty grievances, purifies his hands in the sign of cleansing. The hard fist is strength, the soft palm care. I will do what is required. The faithful friend, on encountering a fellow ploughmaster, readies his arms to embrace a comrade in the sign of recognition. Two fingers held together signify fraternity. A hand to the breast, acceptance. You and I are the same. The noble artist, seeking beauty with eyes heavenward, adorns her wrist with artful adornments in the sign of decoration. The fist signifies the earth, two fingers crossing it, transcendence. It is for a higher purpose. Okay. The initiation ritual. The initiates shall present themselves before the assembly. They shall perform the requested sign when asked. Next, they shall answer the question of loyalty by responding, I swear fealty, with no question. Following this, the initiates will be asked to perform the requested sign. Finally, the question of desire shall be answered thus, I aim to labor. The insignia of the Masters of the Plough. Upon completion of the ritual of initiation, the querent is presented with an insignia pin and attains membership on the Order of the Master of the Plough, with all the rights and privileges accorded thereunto. By this badge shall our members be recognized. It must never fall into the hands of those who would abuse or defile our ranks. It may be vouchsafed as a token of trust to a trustworthy comrade in need, thus conferring membership in full. Hello. Okay then. Let's have a look in this mirror.
I don't look nervous, do I?
Not really. Are you?
Maybe a little.
Are you sure we are prepared for the initiation?
Let's
Not just
give it
yet.
a moment.
Let's look around some more.
I think I'm ready to do it. I'm just gonna make sure. I found it. You know, you had to do it to him. I just noticed that. Okay. I understand is intelligence. You and I are the same. That is. Oh, sorry. I will do what was required is the strength, sign of cleansing, sign of recognition. You and I are the same. Two fingers crossing the fist. I think I've got it.
Are you
Yes, I think.
Initiates, present yourselves to the assembly.
This is very, very troubling.
The initiates have entered the chamber. In doing so, they seek to cleanse themselves of the impurities of the outside world and enter our fold. Show us now the sign of cleansing.
Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Place left hand in front with closed fist facing down. No. Left hand in front with open palm facing up. I'm just trying to imagine the description. Left hand in front with closed fist facing down. No. Left hand in front with open palm facing up. I think it's this, right? Oh, okay. Okay. You've got to build it. Right, I understand. Place closed, right closed fist on open left palm. Oh man, this is...
Very good. You have cleansed your cells of impurities and are ready to begin anew.
Okay.
Now answer. Do you swear loyalty to the masters of the plow?
Oh god. What was the answer in this one? Okay. Swear fealty with no question.
I swear fealty with no question.
I swear fealty with no question.
I mean, it's double check. Okay, we're
Show
good.
us now the sign of intelligence.
Okay. Place pointing left hand on left temple. Oh no. Oh no, what was... I did not get the right hand. Okay. I don't think this is right.
This is not a sign we recognize. Try once more. Show us now the sign of intelligence.
Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. Ah! I can't reload the save easily either. It's not it.
This
No.
is... Try once more. Show us now the sign of intelligence.
Okay.
This is not a sign.
Damn it. I can't remember which hand was which in this one.
Initiates, please retire to the vestibule. Return to the stage when you are more adequately prepared.
Okay. Right.
That did not...
Guess we need to be better prepared. The sign of intelligence.
Okay. The right hand is on the temple, and the left hand is closed? Clasp it close and firm resolve. Okay.
The sign of recognition.
Kind of recognition. Two fingers held together. A hand to the breast. Circles. Seems like cult for third time. It does seem to keep happening, doesn't it?
Are you...
Yes.
We're good. We're fine.
Initiate. The initiates have entered the chamber. Let us see if they... Show us...
Sign of cleansing. Okay. Palm facing up. Fist in the palm.
Very good. Now, do you swear loyalty?
I swear fealty with...
Fealty with no... with question. Did I not do this one before? Left hand with closed fist facing. It might be this. That's it, I think.
The initiates are nearly done. One question remains. What is your greatest desire?
I aim to labor.
I aim to labor.
I aim to labor.
Then you have come to the right place.
Okay.
On behalf of the toiling millions of Earth, I welcome you to this order, pledged to the service of humanity.
There's quite a few people in here.
Approach the podium. Here are your pens.
Yay!
Master Workman.
Our next meeting is tomorrow evening. For now, leave us and enjoy the night. Tomorrow, a new day dawns for you both.
Well then.
Well, how did it go?
We made it in.
Let us get back to the club and give our cook friend the good news.
Fantastic stuff. Can you also take a screenshot and switch and check gallery? I mean, I could have done that. I feel like it was a little bit cheap to do it, considering it specifically puts the book outside the room. So I was like, I feel like I should do it the proper way. Otherwise, if I was getting really lost, I probably would have just taken Steam screenshots and then just opened them up, or just taking pictures of my phone. You know. We got you a new enamel pin, sir. Hope you like it.
Here you are, sir. Welcome to the Masters of the Plow.
Fantastico! I'm in your debt.
Think you could let us into the club?
I could open the back door, but for just one of you. More than that, and they would notice.
I'll go in then.
Once inside, follow the hall to the end. The door will lead you to the club's library. There's a presentation tonight, so most everyone will be in the grand hall. You should be able to move around unnoticed. But please, make sure you are not caught. If you are, do not tell them I let you in.
You have my word.
Good. Let me get the door for you.
Okay.
Now to find Clark. The letter said he'd be staying in this L person's suite.
I got...
Who and where is that?
I got an achievement called Union Man. Alright, wow. Oh my goodness, so many things to look at.
A stuffed bird. The plaque says it's called a dodo. How odd. Various pharaotypes of rich people enjoying themselves. Suppose they need to prove how happy they are. So many butterflies. This puts Sheriff Gamble's collection to shame. There's various exhibits in these cases. Mostly old coins and trinkets brought back from who knows where. A painting of a cafe. Looks like somewhere in Europe. A nondescript landscape, not very well executed. A pharaotype showing a bunch of men outside the club. The plaque says, Opening Day. I imagine most of the folks in here are great admirers of Mr. Atwood. After all, he always did make a point of standing up for the great big rich guy.
Wasn't Atwood one of the, he was the previous Prime Minister in the last game, wasn't he? Yes, the Atwood wing. Prime Minister Hart Leroy is the current one, but the Atwood wing, they're the current current opposition.
Display cases with different exhibits. Haven't got time or inclination to study them. This club's membership has felled many an antlered beast. Volumes and volumes of books. I wonder how long it would take to read every one of these books, and if any of them are worth it. There's a plaque above all those portraits that says In Memoriam. Seems these are former club members. Edgar Whitmire, founder of the Jolly Good Club.
Jolly Good Club members in good standing. Abe Lord, A.D. Matson, Sandy Kildare, Archie Clements, Artie Knight, Gus Karen, Taya Black, Bat Egerton, Ben Lothar, Bern Langham, Bryce Stevens, Chan Marvel, Ches Fallow, Kit Jones, Cole Edison, Con Hutchinson, Cuddy Sanford, Derry Dwyer, Dirge Jordan, Don Lilly, Ned Watton, Bertie Dickman, Lige Brooks, Ebba Potter, Gene Duffy, Fletch Black, Fred Edgerton, Jerry Robbins, Ham Cabell. They've all got nicknames. Harbo, Harry Boyd, Hart Leroy's here as well. Interesting. I'm just gonna scan through these. If there's anyone I recognize. Okay. We didn't see a Bennett Clark though, did we? Unless he's changed his name. I mean, there's a Lemuel Lem Barnett, who is a professor. I mean, Bennett and Barnett aren't entirely different, are they? As names go. There's also Wes Aberton as a professor.
February 12th, upon hearing news, when they hound after in one day when, with warm regards, P.S.
Roderick Nethersall. I wonder if he's there.
February and Clark, I have a business. You may stay in my suite. You will be
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample security.
L. I mean, there's a lot. I'm assuming there's a lot of L's in here. Could be an L first name or an L last name. That could be Lem Barnett. There's certainly a chance that a professor would give out his room to a fellow man of science. As far as surnames go, it could be quite a few people. Could even be Leroy. Well, let's explore. Oh, there's something going on over there.
As you see, gentlemen, my analysis was correct. The region is absolutely ideal for the formation and preservation of fossils. Though I have so far recovered only a small part of what I believe still lies out there, I was able to partially reconstruct the dinosaur skeleton you see before you. Quite a fearsome beast, isn't he? This ancient lizard, which I have christened the Eremosaurus, probably roamed the lands near the San Bernardo Valley over 72 million years ago.
This is fascinating, but I'd better get a move on. Hey, that's Miss Lee.
Who's this?
General Lancaster Bevins, 1770
Lancaster
to 1832.
Bevins, what a name.
Stern-looking fellow. He's got a medal on his chest with 4 stars on it.
I wonder how this would have differed if we hadn't helped her, or if we'd even, like, found more fossils or something. I don't know if it's possible we found all of them, but I reckon there were a couple that we missed. So maybe there would have been a chance that like, we would have seen a full skeleton if we'd gotten everything.
Bat.
Bat. I'm just gonna knock on random doors.
Mrs. Edgar Whitmire. I bet she's never set foot in this place either. Ham. Ham.
Ham.
Archie.
Archie.
Jovial-looking fellow. Either that or he's got a secret. He looks bored, but I would be too if I had to stand perfectly still for that long. I've never understood men who grow beards without mustaches. This man's got a vacant expression. Wonder what he was thinking about. What a sourpuss. I don't think I'd like to get on his bad side. The insignia on his shoulder shows 4 stars. Aurum Star members. Where have I heard that before? Fancy ring. Probably worth a few hundred crowns. Why is that man pointing at a skull? Does he think it makes him look mysterious? He's wearing a medal shaped like a leaf.
Hold on, it's this one, wasn't
February Clark, you may stay in my suite.
Aurum
at the Jolly
Star
Good Club.
membership.
My Aurum Star membership and military rank afford
Aurum
me
Star
certain
membership,
privileges.
military rank.
You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your value.
Okay. Presumably then, this is being our Aurum Star military fella. That is the one, the L, that we need to find. The question is, what do these rooms
Kit.
mean? Oh, it's either the nicknames, aren't they?
Chan. Lige. Warm air is coming from the grate. They must have that indoor steam heating I've read about.
Got quite a few rooms around here, haven't they?
Willie. Barnabas Jordan, 1801 to 1845.
I wonder if that's a homage to Grundislav's early games. He did a series called Ben Jordan.
Ned. Finney. Warm air. Sigh. We've only been in El Presidio 1 day and I already miss the country.
Okay. Man, it'll get cold next, but don't like getting hair in the soup. Yeah. Yeah, that must be people who have beards but without mustaches. Okay. Who's this guy again?
Stern-looking fellow. General Lancaster Bevins, 1770 to...
Lancaster Bevins.
General
The thing is, he is dead.
February 9th, 18th. Clark, you may stay. You will be...
It's...
P.S.
Can't be him. Oops. Oh, wait.
It's a list of...
So we need somebody who could sign as an L, had a military rank, I mean, I'm usually drawn to Archibald Clements, but why would that be L? Bern Langham. That would work. Major Bern Langham. Oh, Elijah, like Elijah? We could have a look at that as well. Elijah, he's an attorney, though. I'm thinking, did we see Byrne as one of the names? I'm not entirely sure. Hank Lawler could be Hank Lawler. I don't exactly know how far along is 4 stars in terms of military. Also, could be Lou Harvey. He was a sergeant. I don't think sergeant is as high as the other ones. Willie Laporte could be Willie Laporte. Okay. So the ones we need to look out for, I think, will be Byrne, Byrne, what's the other one we saw? Lawler, Hank, Byrne, Hank, Willie. Did we see that one as one of the room names? Byrne, Hank, or Willie. So we need these are the rooms that we can find here as well. You sure one was Willie? Okay. We at least know what we're looking for. This one was... Never forget a Willie. We got Bat. And that's Ham, I think.
Ham.
Bat Ham. Never leave the cave without it.
Archie.
Archie.
Kit.
Kit.
Chan.
Chan.
Lige.
Lige.
Willie.
Willie. Okay, here we go.
Locked, of course. But these are the simplest door locks I've ever seen.
Well, still got these.
Nothing to it.
Oh, wow. So simple we didn't even need to do a minigame.
This must be Laporte's room. And there's the safe. That's the most likely place for a clue to Clark's whereabouts.
I'm guessing it's not going to be that easy, though. Alright.
A combination dial.
February 9th, Clark, you may stay. You will be firm.
It's signed.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your
Okay, that doesn't give any hints as to that.
Nothing hidden in the sheets.
Okay.
A few suits. A fine place.
Right.
I found a crumpled note. Better take it.
Ooh, crumpled note.
General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12
right, 9 left, 5 right.
Please share this
Okay,
information
12
only
right,
with
9 left,
those
5
you
right.
trust. Management.
12, 9, 5. 12, 9, 5.
General
12, 9, 5. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If only it were that simple.
Oh. I need to... How does it work then?
General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your
All
suite
right,
with a
9.
safe. The combination is...
Is this something I have to do to lock it in?
If only it were...
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If only...
What am I missing on this?
The combi...
Okay.
That's the most...
Right.
General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9 left, 5 right. Please share this information only with those you trust. Management.
Okay.
Can't believe I've been wearing the same clothes nearly 2 weeks now. Strange device. Something to do with the planets. Nothing. Still life of a wild front.
Okay, what am I doing wrong with this then? Because there's nothing else we can do.
General Laporte, as per your request, we have
12 right,
provided
9
your
left,
suite
5
with a
right.
safe. General Laporte.
And it's right, left, right. So it is...
A combination.
If only it were that.
I don't understand.
A General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe.
Am I not
Combination
understanding
is
this right?
12
It's still early in the evening.
Anybody thoughts on
Not
this?
too different from the one at our hotel.
Maybe use the paper on the dial. I mean, maybe. I can't do anything with this. Turn right to hit 12. Oh, maybe, yeah.
If only it were that simple. I need the combination.
Fantastic.
Okay, no, that is it. I just did it
Alright,
wrong.
Let's see what
we got it.
Here. Some kind of wooden
I
Clark?
just misunderstood what
Better
it
hang
wanted
on
me to
it.
do.
And another journal, but not Clark's. Uh-oh. Sounds like the presentation's wrapping up. I'd better make myself
All
scarce.
right. Don't hurry or anything. Oh, hi. What's up?
And who might you be?
Oh Oh, just one of the cleaners. It's my first night, so I was getting a feel for the place.
I'm afraid I don't believe you. This is a members-only club, and you clearly aren't a member. Therefore, I can only assume that you must have broken in. Your intent was to steal something, I suppose?
I just came in here looking for someone.
Oh, looking for whom?
Well, it's not you, so really, why should it matter?
You're quite clever. Very well, you can go. Let it not be said that General Laporte can't be merciful. But
Thanks.
if I ever see you in here again, I won't be so lenient. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Alright, well. That was easy enough.
Well, did you find him?
I think so, but let's get out of here. Now, let's see what's in this diary I found.
Okay, how many pages is this? Quite a few. Alright. Buckle up for some reading, everybody. The soldier is not a political animal. His sole concern is to determine how to achieve the objectives he has been given, with all the resources he can muster. The motives behind the order, the whys and wherefores, are not to his question. That is politics. It is for politicians. But a soldier is also a private citizen of his republic. He is endowed with a vote and a voice, and may, indeed, must, use all his faculties of discernment and discretion in the exercise thereof. As a citizen, he may be rightfully interested in national affairs and moved to do all that is within his power to deflect a march toward ruin. Any less would be a dereliction of his patriotic duty. I will stretch while reading. I write this not as a soldier, but as a concerned citizen. Indulging in the basest populist fears, Leroy is pursuing a labor-right agenda of anti-tech appeasement that will shackle the productive capabilities of this country for generations. The inevitable result will be an economic depression and want of military readiness that will put us at the mercy of our enemies and render us a permanently dependent, withered, and diseased appendage of the crown. Steam tech and its more potent successor, ethericity, are the engines that will power our prosperity and military might. If we do not pursue these technologies with all robustness, we may be assured that others will. Both as a citizen and as a soldier charged with the defense of our Commonwealth, I cannot stand idly by and watch our future destroyed. June 12th, 1847. An infant industry is poised to be strangled in its crib, and its genius father must suffer his reputation to be torn to tatters, all because of a single unfortunate accident. I refer, of course, to the incident at the Lamplight City Expo, which Leroy has seized upon as an opportunity to decry the intolerable dangers of the whole etheric project, and agitate for a total ban. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, a timorous populace now wrings its hands in hysterical anguish. Political opportunists now rush to coddle simple minds by vying to introduce the most stringent measures to get proposed. These men are ignoramuses, who cannot see the potential in what Dr. Clark has wrought. The nation that first tames the unbridled power of ethericity will be the unrivaled leader of the world, and need genuflect to no potentate. Vespuccia needs an etheric project of her own, not subject to the whims of politics or commerce, and Clark is just the man to carry it through. He must not be allowed to succumb to the passing winds of ill favour. July 25th, 1847. Fort Beaumont is a conveniently situated outpost, out the way of the common traffic, yet close enough to the rail terminus in the town of Rosewater. Close by in the San Bernardo Valley is a village of indigenous people who might be kept in a state of sufficient aggravation and agitation to render the fort an indispensable bulwark against them. As none may dispute that certain campaigns of suppression emanating from Fort Beaumont must therefore be waged, a fivefold increase in its annual allotment of materiel to fund such operations will provoke no complaint. However, I cannot work with Captain Mayhew. He is principled and proud and will not be susceptible to the usual inducements. A tour patrolling the Laurentian border will provide him with ample opportunity for the honourable and distinguished service he craves, far from here. As for a replacement, there is in Clayton Creek a certain Lieutenant Stokes. I wonder if Clayton's a reference to Back to the Future. Presently facing summary court-martial on charges of disorderly conduct and public drunkenness after causing the death of a local in some dispute over a woman of low virtue. It happens that Stokes descends from an old military family. His grandfather, no less a man than Colonel Remington Stokes, lost his life in the pacification skirmishes that ultimately civilized Dixie. Consequently, the lieutenant harbors no love for savages and a strong aversion to any stain of dishonor upon his distinguished family name. In gratitude for the dismissal of charges and a promotion to captain, such a man would prove exceptionally complacent. March 3rd, 1850. The first cup of water given to a man rescued from shipwreck at sea tastes as sweet as the finest wine. How much sweeter, then, than the finest wine must be, accompanied by steak and lobster, and followed by a quantity of port and good cigars. Dr. Clark has accepted the hospitality of my club and given ear to my entreaties. I have impressed upon him the need for utmost discretion. In return, he will be at liberty to continue his research here, sheltered from disturbance and wholly provided for in the smallest detail. It is an offer that no man in his position could possibly refuse. March 11th, 1850. All has been arranged on Gannet Island at no small expense, and the facility is ready to receive its chief researcher. Preparations were underway well in advance of his acceptance. Had Dr. Clark proved unwilling, another expert, less proficient and less tractable, would have had to have been procured. It is for the letter that such contingencies were not necessary. With Dr. Clark leading the effort, Project Rosewater can commence imminently. Rapid progress is expected. Thank you for the hydration there. I need that. When my country is ready to sup on the fruits of this labor, she may well thank me for my foresight.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio, an army general named Laporte. He's got Clark on Gannet Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason Laporte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. I bet they were coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course. Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Aurum bars.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
Intriguing.
Miss Legere, have you any news?
Clark's been moved to Gannet Island.
Gannet Island? There's nothing there, just a crumbling fort and lighthouse.
Have you heard of an army general named Laporte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
There's clearly something much bigger at play here. This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect us to get Clark for you, I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself, clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
I run an energy company, Miss Legere. Energy takes many forms. With Dr. Clark in my employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamour for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Legere. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck. Yeah, before you go, my lodestone.
Oh, sure. Here.
Thank you.
I have no idea what that would have been used for. Clearly, it was for a puzzle path we did not go down. Instead, we became of the Union. Alright, let's keep moving. I have a feeling I know where I need to go to get to Gannet Island. Because there's a lady with a boat.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
How much to go to Gannet Island?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money could get me to set foot on that island.
Why not?
It's cursed. Haunted by demonic spirits.
Come on, really?
I've seen them with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets too close. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil influence in the air, too. Hot shivers going down the back of your neck. If you know what's good for you, you'll get any idea going out there out of your head.
Look, we really need to get to that island.
Good luck to you, then. Nobody in their right mind will take you there.
You said no amount of money could get you to set foot on the island. What if you just dropped us off?
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that clear.
All right. If you have such disregard for your life, there's nothing I can do about it. But I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
Alright.
You drive a hard bargain, but we're not giving up. Here's the money.
All right. The minute I drop you off, I'm gone.
How are we supposed to get back?
I'll come back for you. At dawn. If the ghosts haven't killed you before then, that is.
We'll take our chances. Let's go. Owing to the island's reputation as the accursed haunt of assorted malignant spooks and spirits, it has cost us a comely copper to induce one of the credulous locals to transport us here. I do have to admit that this place presents a rather eerie aspect. It's easy enough to imagine ghosts drifting along the ramparts of the ruined fort, or floating among the after images of the lighthouse beam. But there's only one ghost I'm interested in finding here.
Remember, I'll be back at sunrise. Then I'm heading home whether you're on my boat or not.
This is an interesting. Yeah, this is a really pretty area.
Mareo. I am glad to be back on solid ground.
Look, there's smoke coming from the chimney of that cabin.
I guess this island isn't all that abandoned. Stay alert.
Okay. Take a screenshot of that because that's cool.
Hello? Anyone home? No one here. We can do some prowling.
I'll shoot up the door.
Whoever's staying in here must believe the stories about the island being haunted. If this is lit, it means someone's been here recently.
But where are they now?
Interesting.
It's got a dragon on it, but no indication of what tea is inside. Feels mostly full. A box of chamomile tea. Feels nearly full. Bai Ji Guan. Some kind of Chinese tea, I guess. Nearly empty. Oolong. I think I've had this stuff before. Running pretty low. This one's not labeled. Hey, there's something rattling around in here. A small silver key. I'll just hang on to it.
Oh, what do you know? I was just snooping around the teas.
It's getting late. I hope we can make that dawn rendezvous. How rustic. Feel like I could lie down and sleep for weeks. Maybe I will when we're through. A plain-looking cupboard, but the good stuff's always on the inside. Locked, because of course it is. All things considered, I could be looking a lot worse. It's keeping this place nice and warm. A spare lantern. Hey, Phil. This is one spooky island.
Do not be afraid. We have dealt with far worse than some fog. Unlike that boat woman, I do not believe in ghosts. Nor do you, I suspect.
Okay, well, we got a key. That seems pretty important.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Pretty spooky place, this island.
I'll say. I can see why people think it's haunted.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
I don't know.
The Anchorlight's
But we
cute,
should
yeah.
be careful. Make sure you don't whistle or anything, okay?
What? Why not?
Just trust me.
Bet this fort was impressive in its day. It's a crumbling ruin now. Someone must keep this lighthouse running.
Oh.
Shh. Not another step. There's a guard. Stay quiet.
Oh my, okay.
Looks like we found the island's inhabitant. What exactly is he guarding? The guard keeps drinking from this cup.
I mean, in terms of like the sort of the ghost of her brother in the first game, it's not entirely clear if it's a ghost or just the main character's like mind just conjuring it, or if there's something else at play, something to do with ethericity. It's never explained. All we know is that when the main mystery is solved, he stops hearing Bill's voice. So.
Not now. The guard keeps
drinking from this cup. We have something that could like knock him out.
It's a beautiful wooden box with an inlaid.
Okay. Maybe we can find something that'll
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Hot.
Any ideas for getting us past that guard?
Actually, yes. He doesn't look too tough. I could probably scare him off with a little gunplay. Only trouble is, I'm out of bullets.
Well, it's a long shot, but I'll see if we can find any on this rock.
Okay. What about you?
Hey, Phil? Got any ideas for getting rid of that guard?
Yes, it is perhaps a gamble, but I think I might have a plan.
Does it involve explosives?
This island is rumored to be haunted, no? The atmosphere is certainly eerie enough. I believe that with a little pageantry, we might convince the guard the rumors are true.
Okay.
I will need a couple of props.
Go on.
Such as?
Some kind of light source and something I can cover myself with.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Hey, Phil, could you use this for your plan?
No, that blanket is too thick.
Hey, pal.
Something lighter would be better.
Lantern?
This will work, but it needs to be lit.
Okay.
I'm not sticking this lantern. There. Now I've got my own lit lantern.
Okay. Let me snoop around a bit more.
Lock.
Oh, we have a key.
Here we are. It's empty, except for a couple of bullets. I'll take those.
Okay. Well, that's almost something. What's this thing?
A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side.
When did I get that? Or was it with the... Oh, it was with the journal, wasn't it? Hello? There we go. Okay.
Stay here. I'm going to see what's through that door over there.
Let's hope he's not very observant.
There's a lot of broken glass in here. What's this? One container hasn't been broken. I might be able to use it.
Okay, that's something.
A nice mountainside landscape. Cheery.
Might be able to get a nice blanket here.
Just a dirty old sheet. This could be what Phil's looking for.
Alright.
Hope I don't have to carry this for long.
Okay, okay. That's something.
Here, can you use this?
I would have preferred it to be less soiled, but I will make do.
Is this gonna work? Because I feel like this isn't the best.
Here, will this do?
This will be perfect. Perfecto. This is everything I need. Are you ready?
All right, let's go for it.
Sure.
Very good. I will need some help from you, too. Come, I will explain. All right, help me put this together.
Huh? What's that?
What mortal foot treads upon this cursed ground? Your bones will mix with the dust of our bones. Flee, or join us in the dance of eternal torment.
Jump at Jehoshaphat! I don't get paid enough for this.
Sure. All right. I can't believe that worked.
Phil. Wow.
What can I say? I felt inspired. Perhaps some of Jake's showmanship has rubbed off.
Now to get those doors open. Somehow.
I reckon if we had Nadine with us, we might have been able to like do something to his drink. Which makes me think that maybe there's a way that Nadine wouldn't have been shot. Or maybe someone always gets shot depending on, you know, who you've got in your party. I'm not sure.
Nothing happened.
Well, what if I put this in there?
It fits.
Okay. This is promising.
Santa Maria.
Wow. That's something.
You're telling me. Better take this card back. Don't want to be stuck down there.
Okay.
All right, folks. I think this is it. Wherever this takes us, I have a feeling Dr. Clark will be there.
The real question is, will we be able to return here once we've found him?
I sure hope so.
Maybe one of us should stay up here, just in case.
There's no telling what we'll find down there. We should all stick together.
Okay, let's go then.
Maybe it's whoever likes you most. I mean, yeah, I had chosen Nadine's plans most of the time. I wonder if Grundislav's still around, we can be enlightened as to if someone is always shot or if there's a logic to who is shot. Because that seems like it'd be something very cool to find out on like repeated playthroughs, you know?
What in the ether is this place?
Caramba.
Or maybe there's a chance that nobody gets shot if you
not be trapped down here.
If you just shoot the guy.
One of us should have stayed up there.
So now we're looking for two things. Clark and the exit.
What? We weren't expecting, who are you?
We're here to see Dr. Clark. Are you him?
Me? Don't I wish? I'm just one of his assistants.
I see. Could you take us to him?
Hang on. You still haven't said why you're here.
General Laporte sent us.
We've come on General Laporte's orders.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Right, come with me.
Okay.
Goodness, this place is really something.
I'm glad you think so.
What's that big glowing thing down there?
That's our etheric generator. Powers most everything down here. You get used to the noise. Follow me, please.
Why do I feel like we're gonna blow this place up?
I'll just be a moment.
Do you think he suspects anything?
I think we're okay so far. Just follow my lead.
I suppose General Laporte's curiosity was too much for him to bear. I told him he could come for a demonstration next week. Instead, he sends 3 proxies. I will never understand that man's rationale. But you're here now, so you may as well see what we've got. I'm Dr. Bennett Clark, by the way. And you are?
I'm Miss Legere. This is Mr. Marquez and Mr. Luo. We are General Laporte's press corps, here to learn about your research.
The General wants to inform the press now? Already? After everything we've gone through to keep it quiet. I swear the man changes his mind more often than most change their breeches. Alright, let's go have a look at Project Rosewater. I'm afraid the testing chamber only accommodates 4. One of you will have to stay out here with Joshua, but you may observe the test through the window.
Alright. What's the deal with this then?
As I said, we weren't expecting anyone until next week. The prototype still needs refinement. Nevertheless, we have made a breakthrough.
Prototype of what, exactly?
You mean the General didn't tell you?
There's a bot there.
Why am I not surprised?
I'll take it out once I
there on the tripod,
once I get my mouse control back.
Pistol. The whole purpose and object of Project Rosewater. Juliet, is the prototype ready for demonstration?
I believe so, Doctor, but
she was in the first game.
Demonstrating it for?
Miss Legere and her companions, the team sent by General Laporte. Now, please, do us the
She was
honors.
doing some etheric research in one of the cases in Lamplight City. Oh my god.
Santo cielo.
Wow.
We have managed to confine the chaotic etheric discharge to a very narrow, focused beam over a distance of up to 6 meters, without significant dissipation or redirection of energy, reaching nearly 68.2% efficiency. This results in complete vaporization of most organic targets, with only minimal atmospheric disturbances in the immediate vicinity. You might be feeling warmth, or a slight tingling sensation on your skin, and a change of pressure in your ears, perfectly harmless. Oh, and if you are experiencing any alteration to your color vision, I assure you that is also completely temporary.
Híjole, can you smell that music?
There are sometimes minor synesthetic side effects. That too will pass, of course. There is plenty of room for improvement in range, energy efficiency, fine-tuning of the beam's intensity and area of effect, user-friendliness and safety. But, as proof of concept, this irrefutably demonstrates that the principle is sound, and that it can be scaled up.
I don't like this.
Is iteration.
Well, thank you for that thorough explanation.
Now I'm afraid you must excuse me. I have some time-sensitive tasks I must attend to. If only I'd been forewarned of your arrival, I might have made arrangements. In any event, if you have questions, I or my assistants can answer them. Just be mindful not to touch anything.
Okay. Right, let's get rid of this bot. First of all, yeah, alright. Okay, well, this is certainly troubling.
Not while Clark's around. It appears to be a charging device. There's a small round socket at the top. Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Just how long have you been down in this facility?
8 months. We've made extraordinary progress, as you can see. I admit, I had some misgivings when I first learned what would be required of us, but it turns out the isolation has done wonders for our productivity.
So who built this whole underground complex anyway? I'm guessing it wasn't always a secret ethericity lab.
I'm not entirely sure. Apart from the additional equipment I specified, everything was already prepared for us when I arrived in El Presidio. General Laporte isn't exactly forthcoming with information he considers irrelevant.
Why did you agree to work on this project?
Why? I just experienced the worst disaster of my life. My work was first ridiculed and then outlawed, and I was exiled to a barren wasteland. The only prospect I could see was to leave the country and start everything over. But then I received General Laporte's offer. I could continue my work in safety and solitude. Everything I needed would be provided. No investors, no reporters, no loonies, no distractions. I'm certain anyone in my position would have jumped at the opportunity.
Who came up with Project Rosewater?
My understanding is that this work is for the benefit of the Vespuccian army. General Laporte is in charge of the project. Everything goes through him. Other than the facility guards, I've had contact with no one else.
How much longer until Project Rosewater is finished?
We're nearing the end of this phase. If all goes well, we should have a stable, fully functioning prototype by the end of the year.
What exactly is the goal of this project?
Well, once the etheric pistol is complete, we'll begin experimenting with larger caliber weapons.
It's very troubling.
Etheric rifles?
Yes, and whatever else the General sees fit to pursue.
Where does it stop?
You'd have to ask him that question.
How did this project get the name Rosewater?
My idea. Sentimental, really. I suppose I had gotten attached to my dry and dusty little desert lab. After all, Rosewater was my refuge when I lost everything else. I just made an offhand comment to that effect. One day,
it's only for this world's world was, yeah.
The general, and he said, "Well, in that case, why don't you bring Rosewater with you?" When I found out he made that the official title of the project, it made me smile, I'll admit.
Just how did you come to discover the existence of ethericity?
Now that's a story. When I was a boy, I read about the ancient Greeks and their studies of the heavens. Certain texts made obscure references to observations of energy subsisting in the atmosphere, something entirely different from electricity. The idea seized my imagination and sparked my passion.
What do you plan to do after you made a weapon? Make it bigger.
I developed an instrument that I called the aetherometer in order to probe the atmospheric potential. Imagine my delight when I discovered that aethericity was in fact real. Unfortunately, the aetherometer has been appropriated by so-called spiritualists who believe they can use it to talk with the dead.
I'd like to know your perspective on the Lamplight City Expo incident.
That was a dark day. Everything I worked for came crashing down in a matter of seconds. Being maligned and ostracized was bad enough, but I can still hear the screams of those 15 poor souls. If anything good can be said to have come from that horrible event, it taught me that nothing in this life is guaranteed.
What inspired you to become a scientist?
Trite as it may sound, I wanted to make the world better.
This isn't the way to do it.
Fortunate birth. My parents were able to pay for my studies in Paris, which is where I earned my doctorate in physics. But even as a boy, I still saw plenty of terrible things going on around me. Others seemed not to see, but I did. Upon my return to Vespuccia, I began teaching and conducting independent research. My only explicit goal was to make some sort of discovery or development that would serve the advancement of mankind. I would like to believe I've achieved that.
I think you can do better.
Do you know much about General Laporte?
Not a great deal, no. I only met him when he summoned me to El Presidio. We speak occasionally, but only about professional matters. Just as well, I suppose. His interests don't align particularly well with mine.
So your relationship is purely professional?
It's an acquaintanceship at best.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Flashing lights and other displays. I can't tell if it means something or is just meant to look pretty. Looks like some demented puzzle box. Pardon me.
Sorry, can't talk right now. If you've got any questions, ask Dr. Clark.
Yeah.
So this is Project Rosewater. Hey, Phil? Would you look at this place? It's incredible.
When we entered Clark's lab in the desert, I considered it an abomination. But now, I cannot find the words to describe this accursed place. The sooner we find a way back to the surface, the better.
He definitely has Oppenheimer vibes.
That was really something.
So Laporte's got Clark developing etheric weapons for the military. This throws a wrench in Shaw's plans.
Despicable. Typical military. Working in secret to secure for itself awesome powers of death and destruction, without the knowledge or consent of the people. Perhaps Dr. Clark will be willing to abandon this project and turn his ambitions to something less wicked.
Perhaps. But I can't just ask him with his assistant right there. Maybe I can get her to leave the testing chamber so I can have a moment alone with Clark.
Let's chat with this fella.
Hey, can we talk?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Have you been down here long?
About 7 months, I think. Without any sunlight, you really lose all sense of time. Sometimes it feels like decades.
No sunlight? You mean you never go outside?
No, of course not. Is this some kind of test? The terms were made very clear when we signed onto this project. We don't break protocol. I do really miss the sun, though. Sometimes I feel like a mushroom down here.
Oh.
How did you become interested in etheric research?
I was already a researcher when I met Dr. Clark, but my field was chemistry. I had dabbled some with etheric experiments after hearing about Clark's research. When I saw him at the Lamplight City Expo, I knew I wanted to work with him, despite what happened. After the dust settled, I approached him about taking me on as an assistant. I got the feeling he was just surprised to still have any support.
Don't you ever get bored here?
Sure, all the time. We've got books, but I've read them all. This is my 3rd time through this one. At least this phase of the project's near completion. Maybe we'll get some time up top before the next one.
Never would have dreamed there was a whole secret facility hidden under this rock in the middle of the bay. Who built it anyway?
The military, I guess. Had to be someone with very deep pockets. Everything was already in place before they moved us in.
What are your thoughts on Project Rosewater?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much. We're doing important scientific research. I can't deny that. Just because our focus is on weapons doesn't mean our results can't be used for other applications.
How do you like working with Dr. Clark?
It has its moments, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't stressful. He gets wound up sometimes, which I understand. But other times he picks strange things to get cross about.
Like what?
Well, his biggest bugbear is food in the testing chamber. I made the mistake of taking my lunch in there once, and he just about had a conniption. Cleanliness is one thing, but this is a whole other level.
So Clark dislikes food
I have an
in
idea.
the testing chamber, does
It's
he?
banana time.
Dislikes, more like detests.
Know anything about General Laporte?
I saw him once, right at the start of the project. Didn't talk to him. He seemed kind of intense. He's the one running this show, as far as I can tell. Beyond that, the man's a total mystery.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
Deploy the banana. Alright. We're gonna do it.
She's busy.
I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. Like, I wanted to get her away.
The lab assistant's desk.
Okay.
She's written some notes, but I have no idea what they mean.
I'm going to assume as well that I can't go in there. Probably won't be allowed, will I?
I don't think I'm allowed in there.
Yeah.
At least not.
Okay, maybe there's something else we can do. I think the food's important.
Some kind of little oven for heating food, I think.
Oh.
This thing is in dire need of repairs.
Okay.
Some kind.
That's the Aurum bars.
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Alright, what's this? This looks like maybe... I'm thinking maybe if we control like the heating or something, make the room warm, and Juliet will take off her coat. We put the banana in the coat.
Controls, gauges, and dials. Who knows what they're for?
Let's have a look. Oh, never mind then.
These tomatoes are thriving. Must be all the exposure to ethericity. Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab.
Okay. Oh, Ebac's rating with the party is 6. Welcome on in, guys. How's it going? Alola.
An etheric generator. It's big and loud.
How are we
There's a
today?
card slot next to the door. Seems to be locked.
Oh. I am continuing on with my journey in Rosewater, although I think I'm getting closer to the potential end of this one. Oh, hello.
The box is full of odds and ends. Some sewing and personal grooming supplies. A set of encyclopedias.
I wonder whose place this is.
The only indication of time down here.
How was your Ace Attorney Silly Voices then?
Just some clothes and a couple of storage boxes. Just.
Okay.
The lab assistants share a room?
Oh, it's both their room.
Not sure if that's progressive or scandalous.
Save space is what it does. Oh, it doesn't seem like there's anything interesting here.
The box is full of.
Okay. And this one's locked, presumably.
There's no handle.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Can't think of anything to ask.
Drifting
Hey,
with a
Danny?
67-month streak. Thank you so much.
How do you suppose they managed to build a place like this under an island?
Don't know, but whoever did it must be real serious about Dr. Clark's research.
I think I've clicked on everything in here. Except maybe this. What did I just pick up?
A couple of wires from that food heating device.
Some wires. It was very Monkey Island. I mean, it's a point and click. But we've gone on a very wild journey. There's definitely some Monkey Island to it. Come to think of it, they had like a little map earlier that was very Monkey Island, but it's more like a alternate history western. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, the art definitely. Can I look in here?
Not while Clark's around.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't got any questions.
Can I use this with anything? I don't know.
Sorry, if you've got any.
Looks like some.
Right.
Clark will see me.
Okay. It's gonna be a way to get someone out of the room. We want something to read?
Why have you got Dr. Clark's diary? You should give it back.
Interesting that he has a line for that. How about this one? What do you think of this?
I'm not sure why you want me to see that.
Alright, okay. I mean, we can go back up, I think, but,
There's a metal panel covering part of this contraption. This contraption has a keypad and... I have no idea what the code is.
oh. I don't think we can get back up then.
Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into.
It would probably be wise to avoid doing that right now.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
Never seen a lamp glow green before.
It is rather eerie.
These crates are all marked Rosewater.
Like the ones we saw on the wagon.
As we suspected. This confirms they were headed for Project Rosewater.
Oh yeah, it's not a cat. It is a,
Nadine carved this for me after telling me that story about the fox.
it's a cute little memento. Right. I have some vague ideas about what I want to do, but I need to set those things in motion. Like, I can't interact with these, even though I'm like...
Controls. Looks like a more... Hey.
Sure.
Is there any way to call the elevator from down here?
Not unless you have the code, and none of us do.
So how are you supposed to get back up?
We aren't. Not until the project's finished. But there's always a guard stationed up top. We use the device next to the elevator to call up if we need anything.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
I mean, the guard's not there. But, I don't think we can do anything with this. Yeah.
Hey, Phil? Think you might
Ah.
occupy Dr. Clark's attention for a few minutes?
Of course. I can be very engaging after all. Dr. Clark, may I have a moment?
Yes, what is it?
Banana.
There. Now to watch the fireworks.
Banana deployed.
What? Miss Montgomery, what is the meaning of this? How many times have I said, no food in the testing chamber?
But
I don't want excuses. Clear it out. Put away the power cell. Done with testing today.
Yes, Dr. Clark.
Okay. Interesting.
I apologize for that, Miss Leger, but I'm very particular about rules.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Okay. Hold on.
Oh,
Think.
I'm gonna do a save here because I'm not entirely sure what path it is I want to go down. I mean, Shaw's is better,
Dr.
but she is, you know, she's in oil.
Dr. Clark, there's something I need to tell you. We're not really from General Laporte's press corps.
What? Who are you then?
Some folks who are hired by D.W. Shaw to come find you.
The head of Vespuccia Petrol.
The very same.
What does she want with me?
She wants you to help her company pivot from oil to ethericity.
How does she intend to circumvent the ban?
She seems to think it'll be lifted soon, or that she can influence things in that direction.
So she would have me work for VP to generate etheric energy for widespread use?
As an alternative power source, yes. It might even replace coal and oil someday.
That sound better.
Well, that's certainly more appealing than weaponry. But extreme arrangements have been made to develop this project in secret, and at considerable expense, I'm sure. It's not the sort of thing one can just walk away from.
I was thinking maybe we can fake your death.
Laporte doesn't have to know anything about this. We could fake your death somehow and get you away.
Miss Leger, let's not be ridiculous.
Is it not?
So you're dead set on staying here? You won't consider Shaw's offer?
I admit it's enticing, but is it worth the risk?
I'm not so sure Laporte is acting in his capacity as a military general with the full backing and authority of the Vespuccian government here. We've seen plenty of things that don't add up. The clandestine nighttime shipments, the hired private agents, the hidden underground base, all the convoluted arrangements here, the fact that all this research is still technically illegal. I think this is all a side gig. Some kind of secret conspiracy running on misappropriated funds. Don't you see? That means he doesn't have power over you. You could expose everything that's going on here. You'd have leverage over him.
I think that means he could send someone to murder me to keep me quiet, and not lose a wink of sleep over it. That's not exactly convincing me to leave.
If it's Laporte you're afraid of, I'm sure Shaw can protect you.
Can she? The General is a powerful man. I'm not willing to risk getting on his bad side.
If nothing else, don't you want to get back into the world again?
Perhaps, but not badly enough to defy the Vespuccian military.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Okay, then.
Can't think of it.
Can I go in here now?
I don't think I'm allowed in there. Not well.
We can talk to her at least.
Can we talk?
I suppose so.
Just how long have you been working down here?
Good question. It's difficult keeping track of time. We're in September, right?
November, actually.
Oh, then it's been longer than I thought. We came down here in March.
What sparked your interest in etheric research?
I followed Dr. Clark's career from the early days. He was one of the first to begin advancing etheric theory with practical experiments. Not only that, he was getting results. After I graduated from university, I sent him my thesis on the effects of ethericity on plants and animals. I guess that made me one of the few practical researchers out there too. He wrote back immediately with an offer of employment.
How do you keep from getting bored?
The work is pretty all-consuming, and we don't have much of a social scene down here. Dr. Clark is kind enough to lend us his books to pass the quiet hours.
Do you know who built this place?
I suppose this is an old army base, but Clark's had it fitted with some really state-of-the-art equipment. We're lucky to be so well-resourced.
I was blown away by that demonstration. Figuratively speaking, of course.
Huh. We've been working on it non-stop, but there are a lot of kinks to work out before it'll be field-ready. For instance, we still can't get more than one shot out of each power cell. I suppose in an actual battlefield situation, you'd need to carry around a lot of cells and reload for every shot, like cannonballs. But the power cells are still very difficult to construct, so we only have a few prototypes. We have to recharge them constantly.
How long does it normally take to charge one of the power cells?
Around 6 hours.
Wow.
Wow is right. Joshua hooked one up to the etheric generator and discovered that it charged instantly. But Dr. Clark wasn't happy about it.
Why not?
He said it made the power cell unstable. But we didn't have to wait all day for the next trial, and Joshua was even able to get 2 shots out of that one. The overcharge effect is certainly something we should investigate later.
Okay.
Between you and me,
Doesn't it concern you that ethericity is being weaponized?
Not at all. It's a powerful energy source, and this is one of many practical applications.
Sure, but isn't it better to use it for less destructive purposes?
We live in a dangerous world, and these are uncertain times. Other nations probably have their own etheric weaponry development programs underway. If we didn't pursue this research, we'd be falling behind. A new weapon is most useful as a deterrent. Having it in your back pocket means everyone else thinks twice before firing
there's
on
definitely
you. I know Dr. Clark's had
message in
some
mind here, isn't
moral reservations about the military applications of ethericity, but he's a professional through and through.
So, what's working with Dr. Clark like?
He's a brilliant man. I learn something new from him every day.
He seems short-tempered.
Well, yes, but that's just the genius mind, isn't it? No room left over for navigating social niceties.
Can you tell me anything about General Laporte?
Not really. I know he's the one overseeing this project, but I've never had the opportunity to speak with him.
Exactly how do you go about calling the elevator?
We don't. None of us have the code.
So you're trapped down here? What if there's an emergency?
That's what the communication relay is for. We contact the guard upstairs, and he can take care of whatever we need.
I appreciate the chat.
Sure, it'd be better if
It's
we
nice
sent
to have
away that
someone
guard.
new to talk to.
Okay. So overcharging the cells.
Couple of...
Maybe I'll hook these up.
This seems like a good place to attach the wires.
Okay.
Can't think of... All right there?
Yep.
Let's get him out somehow.
Dr. Clark?
Yes.
You'd prefer your research be used to find new ways to kill people?
No, but
Look, I understand. You suffered a terrible setback after the expo. I'm sure it must have been hard. You probably felt like nobody would ever take you seriously again.
You have no idea.
I do know that if I were in your shoes, I'd have probably grabbed onto any lifeline. But I can tell your heart's not really in it, especially knowing what it is you're building.
Yes, well...
So you're gonna squander this opportunity to do some real good in the world because you're afraid of a stuffy old general?
You're right, Miss Leger. This isn't about me. This is about humanity. I'll come with you.
All right, well.
But, oh goodness, how shall we? We need to do this discreetly. My assistants can't know what's going on. I'm going to my quarters to settle some things. Excuse me.
All right, well, that's something.
Damn. The revolution could use someone with your persuasive skills.
Too bad my Spanish is lousy. Locked, naturally.
Okay, but...
Got it. I'm sure they won't miss just one power cell. Or maybe they will. Either way, I've got one now.
Okay. Let's have a look in here, now that we can.
So this is Project Rosewater. Let's hope nobody notices this is missing. An etheric pistol, also known as Project Rosewater. It's missing a charged power cell.
Okay. Well, okay, there. People are in their rooms now. Let's overcharge this power cell.
Here we go. Hope this works. Wow, it charged up almost instantly. Locked and loaded.
Right, well, we've got that. Sure, that's gonna be fine, probably. Look at this little place.
Ah, hello. I'm just leaving a note for my assistants.
Explaining why you're giving them the...
I feel I owe it to them.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
So how do we make our escape without alerting your assistants?
First things first. We need to call the elevator so we have a way out. But we also need to find a way to disable the communications relay. Otherwise, the alarm will be raised and they'll catch us in no time.
So how can we call the elevator?
Good question. It requires a 4-digit code. To my knowledge, the only people who know it are General Laporte and the guard upstairs.
Too bad I didn't think to ask what it was before getting rid of him.
Without that code, we are stuck.
I'll figure something out. Could you explain this communications relay thing?
Of course. Next to the elevator, there's a device we can use to contact the person. It's mainly for emergency. If the guard doesn't respond after a time, the wires relay the signal to Laporte's office.
So we need to disable it to keep Laporte from suspecting anything.
Precisely.
Okay.
Something I've been wondering about.
Hmm?
When we first started looking for you, the idea was floated, let's say, that you had a stash somewhere of cash left over from investments in your research that had to be concealed once the work became illegal. Is there any truth to that notion?
You're asking me to tell you if I have a secret hidden fortune.
Well, I don't expect you to tell me where or hand it over or anything. I'm just burning to know if there was really anything to the rumor at all, or if it was all just dust and fairy tales.
What do you think?
It's gotta be a load of bull. Pretty far-fetched. Still, I've gotta go there and ask the questions, right? That's the only way to get the full story.
Interesting.
Did you know that a group of ethericity worshippers flocked to your old lab and set up a commune there?
My lab in Rosewater?
Yup. We met them when we went there looking for clues as to your whereabouts. They picked everything clean. Built a kind of museum to you and your work.
I had no idea, but my work always attracted strange sorts. Curious gawkers would show up now and again, hoping to catch a glimpse of something spectacular, or the angry bereaved, threatening vengeance for the victims of the disaster. It's been quite a relief, not having to worry about all that down here.
That commune by your lab, they're from a religious movement calling themselves the Luminarians. They believe a whole bunch of gobbledygook about glowing people who live in the ether, and people who die from ethericity being really lucky because they go to etheric heaven or something, and they like to paint shadows and butterflies all over everything for some reason. They also think you're some sort of saint or prophet, and there's a mural with a painting of you looking like you're
This
going
is a lot to
through
drop on this
kind of
guy.
portal in space and talking to some glowy angel alien creatures.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
That is one messy desk. What is it they say about desks and minds? A toolbox. Naturally, Clark would be a tinkerer. Might I borrow your screwdriver, Dr. Clark?
By all means.
All right.
At least there's plenty of books down here. A ferrotype of a desert landscape. It's a ferrotype of Clark's old lab near Rosewater. Who are those busts of?
Galileo, Copernicus, Da Vinci. 3 great men who changed the world as we know it.
Hoping to add your likeness to the collection someday?
Well, I wouldn't be opposed, if I'd earned it, of course.
Okay.
That is...
Right. We definitely need to do something with this.
I don't see any screws, and stabbing it won't help.
Great. Okay. Well, maybe if I just shoot it.
This is going to be loud. I should make sure the elevator's ready to take us back up first.
Okay. Well, we may have a thing for that.
I have no idea what the code is. There's a metal panel covering part of this contraption.
Ah. Okay.
There we go.
Interesting.
Guess that wasn't the right...
So you maybe need to, like, cover all of them, perhaps? I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, 5, 2, 3. Okay. 5, 2, 3, 1? No. 5, 2, 3, 6. 5, 2, 3, 7? No. Guess 5, 2, 3, 8.
There! That was it. I figured out the code. The elevator's ready to be called.
Excelente. Let us make our escape.
Not just yet. I need to take care of the communications relay.
The what?
That contraption on the wall there. Clark said we need to disable it before we leave.
Alright, I think this is it then.
Stand back. I'm taking this thing out.
Whoa! Híjole!
I thought the plan was to do this discreetly.
Desperate times and all that. Now come on, let's get out of here.
You're taking the prototype, I see. Wait, where did you get a charged power cell? We only charged one up, and we used it in the demonstration.
I hooked this one up to the etheric generator.
You what? That's incredibly dangerous. That kind of unfiltered surge would leave the power cell completely unstable. Unless it's discharged within the next, 20 minutes. It will explode.
Oh, we'll have to worry about that later. Let's get back topside
Oh,
before
well,
your assistants
that's
figure
fine.
out what's going on.
If that power cell starts glowing white, you had better let me know quick.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
After you, Doctor.
There may have been a better way to do that, but who knows? Oh boy. Oh, hey guys. What's going on?
Hold it right there.
Shouldn't you be cowering under your bed?
Shut up. Hand over your weapons and come with us. There's someone wants to see you.
Taking some air, Dr. Clark? Kindly stand over there if you would. You three, up against the wall.
Oh, I don't like that.
She had this funny pistol on her.
Ah, there it is. Can't let this fall into the wrong hands, can we? Now, have you got anything to say for yourself?
Bite me.
How did you know we were here?
I had you followed after our encounter at the Jolly Good Club.
I suppose there's that.
Thieves are all the same.
We are not thieves.
No, you raided my supply wagon, broke into my private room, took my key card from my safe, and stole my etheric pistol.
I
If
mean,
not thieves.
yeah.
You should consider taking it
Yeah.
up. You're natural.
Got me there. I'm gonna say anything.
That's what I thought. It's clear to me you've no idea what you've stepped into. So, who put you up to this?
You think I'm gonna tell you?
Perhaps there is honor among thieves. We've chatted long enough.
Oh, God.
What are you doing?
Conducting my own test, Doctor. It's time to see if your prototype really works.
Not so fast, Laporte. I would strongly advise you not to fire that pistol.
And just who in blazes are you?
Timothy King, representing D.W. Shaw and Vespuccia Petrol.
Why have you come to this little summit?
Miss Legere and her companions were charged with delivering Dr. Clark to my employer. They are the company's responsibility. I'll have to insist you stop interfering with our agents and let them go.
You can't be serious.
I am.
Boys, take care of this louse.
Stand down, pendejo!
Lieutenant General!
Well, we've got all kinds coming out of the woodwork tonight. And who might you be?
Lieutenant General Marisol de la Vega. You must be General Laporte.
Seems you new Spanish revolutionaries are much cleverer than I was led to believe.
Cabron.
General Marquez assigned me to trace the suspicious shipments of Aurum passing through Fort Beaumont. The trail led here.
Well, bully for you. Perhaps if you attended more to affairs in your own country, you rebels could accomplish more than
Everyone's good in with guns, I know, right?
occasional irritating riot for Spain to put down. But instead,
Everyone is here from Smash Bros. Yeah.
Me.
I gotta put a bullet in your head, Laporte.
Do so, and you'll receive one in kind. That goes for Mr. King as well.
It would seem we have reached an impasse.
Yeah.
Jake? I knew he'd be back.
Mr. Ackerman, I presume?
That's right. And you are?
General William Laporte.
Well, now we're acquainted, we can get to business. Harley, can you and the others step aside, please?
What are you doing, Jake?
What I should have done back at the wagon. Now move. General Laporte, I challenge you to a gentleman's duel.
Oh, please. Is the sad old washed-up cowboy that desperate for one last chance at glory?
No. He's looking for one last chance to do right by his friends. Now draw.
Whatever you do, Jake, don't miss.
I don't intend to. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh.
Jake! No! Hands up, cobarde!
Miss Legere, are you unharmed?
I think so. You all right, Danny?
Hell of a shot,
I
though.
can't believe. Guess deep down you were a hero after all.
Let's get off this rock, shall we?
Yeah.
Well done, Lieutenant General. I knew you would.
I wonder if there's another way that could have
Of
gone.
course, Comandante.
I have to
Now
find
we have
out. I'm
discovered
really
the
curious.
destination of Laporte's clandestine Aurum shipments. How shall we proceed?
It is clear the General will no longer be needing his Aurum. How remarkable that in his final moments he chose to donate it all to the glorious cause of the revolution. You will find it all stashed away down in the base underground. I leave the arrangements in your hands.
Will you be returning with me?
Not just yet. I need to return with the others to collect our payment.
Very well. We can rendezvous on the island later.
We're back, ma'am.
I assume everything has been taken care of?
All loose ends have been tied.
Splendid. Send them in. You've no idea how pleased I am at your success. It's good to finally make your acquaintance, Doctor. I am D.W. Shaw.
The pleasure is all mine, madame.
We have much to discuss. First, I must conclude my business with Miss Legere and her companions.
Of course.
You've been through a great deal. I cannot thank you enough.
We were almost killed, you know.
I imagined it would be a dangerous undertaking. Yet here you stand before me. I won't keep you any longer. Here is your payment. Mr. Ackerman was promised 25,000, but considering all your trouble, I've increased it to 27. I'm sure you'll find it easier to divide.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Mrs. Shaw.
Pleasure doing business with you. Before you go, I made some inquiries and learned a few rather compelling things about General Laporte. I could share the information if you like.
Go on, then.
It seems General Laporte was a staunch supporter of Mr. Atwood's trade party.
That doesn't surprise me.
Vocal about his desire for the advancement of steam tech and etheric research. There were also rumors that he held some more controversial opinions regarding this country's sovereignty.
He was a separatist?
Apparently so.
You think Project Rosewater was meant to arm some kind of etheric revolution?
I am merely relaying the information I've learned. Anything beyond that is pure speculation. The only person with knowledge of Laporte's motives is the man himself.
And that information died with him. Well, with him gone and the prototype pistol destroyed, whatever plans he had can't come to fruition.
For now, yes. But I can tell you one thing about this world. It is rare that one accomplishes anything of note alone.
We should get back to our hotel. It's been a long night.
Indeed. Goodbye, Miss Legere. I hope you and your friends enjoy the rest of your time in El Presidio.
And thank you, Miss Legere. I appreciate your facilitating this new opportunity.
Best of luck to you, Dr. Clark. This was all
Relive the assistants today. I'm assuming they'll be fetched in some way or let out. I reckon they'll be okay.
So, what are you two planning on doing next?
I have decided to stay in Vespuccia and help Antonio and the refugees settle into their new lives here. General de la Vega means to return and fight. She should be well equipped after securing Laporte's Aurum. But I feel it is my duty to assist those who were displaced here.
What about you, Danny?
I'm not really sure. Suppose it wouldn't be such a bad idea to visit my folks. It's been too long. After that, guess I've got to find a new line of work. And what about you, Harley?
Suppose I'll head back to Rosewater. I've got an article to write after all.
Hell of an article.
So, this is where we bid each other farewell, eh?
This is where we part ways. For now. But you know where to find me. And you can be damn sure I'll write back.
Hey!
Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Lola? How did you find us?
I'm a tracker, remember? Anyways, I'm heading back to Rosewater. Wanted to see if you needed a lift.
Yeah, that'd be much appreciated.
Then let's get a move on.
You ever for a moment consider just slowing down a tad?
Never. Say your farewells and let's go.
What about Nadine?
I'll see you both around. It was a real pleasure traveling with you.
Hasta luego.
So long.
I'm back.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Did I miss anything while I was gone?
Let's see. There was a dust devil by the saloon that nearly knocked Sheriff Gamble's hat off.
Front page news, then.
Seriously, though, I spoke with the leader of the Autumn. She gave me some good stuff. The article runs next week. What of your great adventure?
Concluded now. But I've got plenty of material for an article. Maybe even 5.
Then you'd best get to it. Better to jot everything down while it's still fresh.
Right you are, boss. They say the end of every journey marks the beginning of another. If there's any truth to that, this writer hopes the next one is decidedly duller. My companions and I set out from Rosewater and traveled across the Vespuccian frontier, encountering bandits, rebels, visionaries, eccentrics, and many more friends and foes. We were led to believe that our quest was for Dr. Bennett Clark's missing fortune, but as it turned out, we were on the trail of the very man himself. The following is an account of that journey, with no detail spared, no fact left unrelated. And so at the journey's end, you may ask yourself, dear reader, what of the main players in this saga? Danny went home to a happy reunion with his parents. He says he's hung up his pistols and retired from gunslinging, with the intent of pursuing a culinary career. I said I'd be a regular if he ever opened a restaurant. I shall have to honor that promise should it come to pass. General Marquez, known to us as Phil, has reunited with a group of new Spanish refugees in the town of Shivering Pines. He is helping them to acclimate to this new land, and has helped them secure jobs and living quarters. I have no news of the new Spanish Revolution, but Phil seems happy to be leading his people to a new life here in Vespuccia. I wish them all the best. Nadine Redbird has written to tell me she has fully recovered from her wounds and begun the process of obtaining her medical license. She tells me she plans to convert Lola Johnson's wagon into a kind of mobile clinic, traveling the frontier helping those in need. It will be a welcome change from the usual traveling merchants hawking miracle cures.
I like how Lisa losing the drawing as well.
Qualified to dispense medical care. As for Miss Johnson, this new business venture will hopefully be more to her liking. At the very least, she now sets her own course, rather than bending to the whims of her clients. Miss Johnson truly opened up and offered me her friendship, for which I am ever grateful. I am truly happy that she and Nadine have found each other. Naturally, I cannot fail to comment on Gentleman Jake Ackerman, the man who set this whole adventure in motion. My relationship with Jake could best be described as complex. While I never found myself taken with his tales, he seemed to me a genuine hero. That illusion was shattered when we were ambushed by Blackburn agents on the way to El Presidio. Jake disgracefully turned and fled, leaving us to face the ruthless barbarians on our own. However, he proved his true heroism when he returned in another moment of need. Jake bravely gave his life to save us from the wicked machinations of General Laporte. The etheric blast burned his shadow on a nearby wall, which has since become a monument to his bravery. I am told that it is visited daily by Jake's fans, admirers, and the odd curious traveler. In death, Jake managed to achieve the status of legendary hero he so craved.
I love that.
As for Dr. Clark, he seems happy in his new employment at Vespuccia Petrol. I can only hope his contributions to Mrs. Shaw's enterprise offer greater balm to the restless, inventive mind than the manufacture of apocalyptic weaponry. That, dear readers,
definitely a better option.
Is the long and the short of it. This was an adventure unlike any other I've been on. I doubt any other will ever compare. Though I say this not in reference to our route, purpose, or any of the situations or people encountered along the way. Rather because I doubt I will ever again find a group, a family as dear to me as the wonderful, complicated, beautiful, and flawed souls who accompanied me on this venture. Whew, my hand hurts. We'll see what Joni has to say about this in the morning. Well, what do you think?
You want my honest opinion?
Ouch. That bad, is it?
No, not at all. It's great, actually. There's just no way on God's green earth we can print this.
Why not?
Secret underground laboratories, government conspiracies, special projects to develop etheric weapons. No one will believe a word of it. Not to mention you name some very powerful and important people who'd have me locked up for libel with a snap of a finger.
So what do you suggest I do?
I'm thinking perhaps you can repurpose it.
Come again?
This story's got everything. Adventure, mad scientists, conspiracies, betrayals. Folk could pay through the nose to read this. If it were a novel.
Novel?
Sure. All you have to do is change the names, do a little narrative restructuring. You can even say it's based on actual events. That way we're off the hook if anyone's feathers get ruffled. What do you think?
A whole book, huh?
Trust me, I have a nose for these things. This one smells like a hit. You're sitting on a pile of aurum.
All right. I'll do it.
Excellent. Now all we need's a title.
That's your job, isn't it?
Suppose it is. It needs to be something catchy. Something simple yet evocative. Something like...
I love that. Okay. I love this game. Actually fantastic, yeah. I'm like really curious to see what other pathways can go through with this. But man, that's great. Oh, hey, Julie Minamata did the tarot card illustrations. She did the art and, well, the whole game of Crimson Diamond. Definitely good voice acting as well. They got SAG voice actors for this. Oh, yes, of course. This song.
Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
I had an absolute blast with this, and I hope any of you watching also had a blast, tuning in, whenever you did. That time. Also, Dave Fennoy was really good as Dr. Clark at the end. Was it, Joy? Absolutely, yeah. Like, I would say it fully lives up to the kind of story that Lamplight City was telling, and I think even surpasses it. Like, Lamplight City was great, and it showed different pathways through things. This is just really cool. Good old AGS.
Desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
What would be my rating out of 10? I don't really do ratings out of 10. I mean, I guess I give it a 9. Like a 9 or a 10. I don't know. I don't have many complaints about it, really. I had so much fun with this. ABK, oh yeah, he did a little bit for this. The ginger comedy guy, yeah, the very same. Slipped in some Kevin MacLeod music as well. For me, 8 to 9. I can respect that. I always find it difficult to do like numeric ratings for games because, like, I don't know, I just doesn't really work for me. Magfest dances. I thought I recognized some of the Labour Union portrait models. I was thinking, is that Sylvia Nelson? I was like, looks like him. Didn't say anything at the time, but I thought it might have been him. Also, Jacob Janerka, very cool. Jacob Janerka being the guy who created Paradigm. If you've ever seen that point-and-click adventure game, and I streamed that a long time ago. I say a long time ago, it was a few years. One-shot eyes is very cool. Bennett Foddy. SAG after, I mean, of course. Venturex. So all the things I recognize here. It's really, really cool. And you for playing. Well, of course, thank you. Save Your Game podcast. That's Pushing a Roses podcast, isn't it? No, I was using the Making This Game based. Bonus content unlocked in settings menu. Okay. Beautiful. New Game Plus. Choose Act 2 vignettes and access companion relationship tracker. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's bloopers in an art book. I mean, I'm not going to go through them because maybe because at the bottom of the screen. I'm not going to go through the bloopers, but animation test it. No, this is cool. Developer commentary coming soon. If you guys want my opinion on whether this game should be bought, yes, it's very good. Please play it. I'm gonna wrap things up there though, and head off for the night. Many thanks everybody for tuning in. This has been fantastic. I'm gonna send you over to Ocean's Blue, who's playing some Mario Kart 8. And I will see you all soon for more streams. I'm not sure when I'm next going to be streaming, but now that Rosewater is wrapped up, I'm going to do some Space Quest. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do the full Space Quest series, 1 through 6. Should be fun. See you later, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.